Shazam. Where are my peeps at? Ba-da-ba-ba. Do-do-do-do-do. Everybody's late tonight. Where am I going to put this? Oh, my God. Feeling like crap tonight. Everyone I know is sick or got a cold. Beat a beat. Beat a beat. Liar, liar, pants on fire. We just keep bouncing around. Boom, 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 boom. We went out for dinner, and I tell you, I really didn't want to stream tonight. I'm so full. Oh my God, I'm still burping up. Oh, my mic is way up in the air. That's okay. It'll work. Here, move it out of frame even. Just toying around with an idea of how to change everything.
John Martin. Hello. Hey. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah, he's online, right? Yeah, so what time will you be home?
What does she want to know?
Oh, she wants to know if she can go to Josh's.
Until when?
Till midnight.
And how's she going to get home?
Charmaine's going to drive you home, or what's happening? Yeah, Charmaine's going to bring her home.
If Charmaine's going to bring her home, what time is she going to be home?
At midnight.
Okay.
Yes, you're fine.
Shazam.
Hey. We're not late. I didn't notice the time. Holy cow. Look at that.
I should have bugged you guys earlier.
Yeah.
Usually give us a 5-minute warning, 10-minute warning.
I'm going to throw you this guy for throwing me late.
Oh, hang on.
Well, nothing. You usually you're excited.
My goodness.
Really like the movie.
So is that Mega?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Translucent wings. It's got the fire, like the translucent yellow and red bricks, and pretty good articulation everywhere. If we can get this guy to open up here. There you go.
I mean, that still looks better than every Lego one I've seen.
I was about to say, if I can get a couple more.
With their super cheesy heads too, especially the Friends ones my daughter's got. It's like the heads are Friends and elves.
Yeah,
the heads on those are just cartoonish.
The Lego kind of goes for that cartoony look, right? Like you said. But yeah, that's a World of Warcraft Deathwing.
And if they ever give us a decent looking one, like something
like, what does that look like to you?
Hang on. What am I looking at?
Like what the tail? Let's see if I can turn. Like, what does it remind you of? That should be on something else.
The aliens tail.
That'd be cool to have that on the actual proper alien.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice.
Make it a little more beefy.
Yeah. So like you can see.
No, that's wicked.
Anyway, I got a little used couple of sets this week and trying to see if they complete or not. Not too shabby, not too bad. The there's another set I got too. I'll show it after. You got new stuff there to show? Is all that what was missing?
Yeah. This is no, this is some stuff. I'm still a little upset about what's out there.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Everyone's crying about, Christmas and we can't get this to you and stuff's bounced. And I happy know. Some stuff finally showed.
I don't know how they all delayed so much, but I know the overseas stuff would make sense, right?
Yeah, actually, I got one coming from the Czech Republic. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah. If that actually shows, that'll be nice.
So Czech Republic mailed... That's going to be, what is it, mailed 2 months ago or a month ago? Or
that one, I think I've been waiting 3 weeks.
Oof.
And it's in this country now. I'm waiting for it to clear.
Oh, you got tracking on it. Good.
Yeah, I've got some tracking on it. And it's like, that still doesn't mean, that I'm going to get it or that it's going to be, and that's the other problem. Like, please God, don't cut the box. And then it's like, will I or won't I get dinged? Usually I don't, but it's like,
depends on how they did it. Yeah.
Please. Yeah, I don't know.
Your one box there is giving away what's in it. Your Mattel box there.
Yeah, I know. God bless Walmart, right?
they just sent you the boxes in. Nice.
Well,
hey,
no,
that'd be nice.
No, this depends
on how many you order.
Store, dude. No, this is so this is them picking in the store.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be in store.
Yep.
Huh.
The pre-orders, right? They supplied the stores.
Oh.
First. Well, okay.
But they don't. They're not going to have
DC,
that.
The DC. You keep thinking everything's coming from Megan. I don't know where you're getting that information from.
No. I meant the warehouse, but like you're saying, it came from the store. I didn't see the store carrying this, or I don't see the spot in the store.
You're exposed to like one store or two stores in your region, eh?
This is nuts. Yeah, they are not carrying half the stuff you're seeing, I guess. Holy cow!
Hey, let's bring on. Oh, you know what I haven't done? Hang on. Here.
Hey, how's it going?
Brand.
Hey, Dan.
There we go. That'll make it a little bit better. I'll take
you can hear me?
Cameras off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're hearing you good. You're good.
Oh, beautiful.
Was it you that was saying you're getting a new camera? No, or was it somebody else? I can't remember who was in the thread. Yeah. That's your new cam?
Yeah, he's rocking the black web, dark web, black web.
Black. Not the dark web, the black web.
He's where he's selling children. No.
Oh, wow.
And there goes my stream. It just got knocked off of YouTube.
Got this alarm clock off the dark web, This alarm clock. I got it off no.
Everything I've ever said, that's never bounced me off. The only thing that's ever taken me off was restreaming other content live.
Oh, yeah.
And that got me bounced off of mine, and also got me bounced off a Cajun's stream because I was doing that shenanigans on his, and I should say that got his taken down live, which was funny as all hell because we had like 5 of us, and then I was using my shenanigans of how I could replicate other cameras, and I replicated him on, it was great. Like people, like he was looking at himself and he couldn't figure out why there was 2 of him on his own stream, and it's like because I mimicked him through mine, and I was having a lot of fun trying out tricks and stuff, and I ended up restreaming like Russian midget wrestling or something that was going on somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
Stuff like the Fight Network doesn't really like you to restream their content. Oops. But there was.
Yeah, I remember you doing that too.
Yeah, it was something. I was having a good time for about an hour and a half, and it's funny because I barely drink, so it's like and that was me sober. Can you imagine liquored up? Yeah, so I was saying, like, you'd be surprised what Walmart is now picking in store when you say you're going to pick it up at your local, as opposed to have it delivered. And yeah, I mean, it's changed how we do business at Walmart. It's huge. I mean, there's still growing pains.
Are they using the store as like a little mini warehouse, so to speak, or no?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, we can either send it straight from the DC to them, or we can send it from my 2 warehouses to them if they need help supplying customers' orders, right? I mean, before that would have come straight from, either our other warehouse or direct from manufacturer or whatever, but we're taking on more and more of this and putting actually the work onto the local stores. And they're struggling. They're learning how to live with it. So yeah, since this is
there's the big boy. Look at that.
Isn't that
I can't wait till you build this thing.
And I mean, I literally clicked on this thing. Well, and it won't be that long because it will go into the queue for the cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which actually also includes the Batwing, or not the Batwing, the Batmobile and the Ghostbusters car. Probably even Optimus Prime. I'll cheat that in there too because it's like, why not?
Apparently, this will be your biggest car vehicle. Like,
no,
when they build it, no.
Oh, you mean physical size?
Yeah, physical size.
Maybe.
It's a beast.
But it's only 538 pieces. It's those wheels that make it stand out. They don't put a size anywhere on this guy, though.
Doesn't have the actual thing. I guess you could compare it to the little guy up front there.
But nice premium box and a Hot Wheels car in there, too.
Nice.
Mini me version.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's any indication on the box there, it does show you the Hot Wheels next to the build. So,
yeah,
judging off that picture alone, I would say your build is going to come out about 112 size.
Well,
doesn't have it on the top or on the side?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 10 studs wide, the body. I can even tell you how long it is, too.
So it would probably work with Speed Champs to scale.
Scale-wise, it could, yeah. Because it's going to be smaller, right?
Well, it's good. No, it's good.
No, Rick.
Well, the current Speed Champs are 8 wides. Yeah, actually, it might not be bad, eh? He's right. It might not be bad.
Your criticism of this will be if it has a working suspension. We'll see what happens.
Ooh.
It has
I see the Technic.
Yeah. Could have the up and down.
I don't see shocks, though. But there's a couple ways they could do it.
Well, they have the shocks in the Warthogs and the other stuff a certain way, so we shall see. It won't be a piston or anything like that. How many?
I want to say 24 long.
24 long?
It's a little tough because there's a couple bricks I'm not so sure. But 24 long, 10 wide. Yeah, not even on the front. Isn't that funny? Almost every one of these cars tells you
they ran out of space.
Yeah, they forgot to take a ruler because look, they did it on the mod rod, which
up top. Right? But look, they used the space up for the little guy, the little window, right? Because just like you do your screen,
they wanted that branding, which
I'm
not seen on one.
They crammed in every icon they could on there.
Yeah. So Stanley's gonna be happy I got another box.
How much cardboard is out inside your apartment building this week?
Actually, it wasn't bad.
No,
We made sure. Well, first we made sure we did a major Christmas dump.
Your whole building?
Night before.
You guys?
Well, us. We just made sure. Night before, we made sure to get rid of some stuff. And actually, let's see, 26 or 27. Yeah, they had done a nice pickup. So yeah, my dumpster's been empty, which is really cool.
That's really good.
Yeah, no, I think they know, and they anticipated, and it was pretty good. I think it helps that we didn't have a lot of snow in our way.
Oh, we lost
Mhm.
it all today in the rest of Southern Ontario.
Ours is all gone.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Hey, I walked outside today when I went
Yeah.
to Yorkdale.
You
So,
took it?
so something happened in Yorkdale. So I went 2 hours later than usual. So I was actually amongst the population walking. I hate doing that because then you can't mindlessly walk. You got to avoid people.
Yeah.
Because when I walk the malls at 6:30 in the morning, there's no one in front of you. You can just zone out, listen to whatever you listen to, music, podcasts, whatever you're into, reading books through
Absolutely.
and you can just zone out and you're safe, right? You don't even think about it. I got people and little kids and like babies bumping in the back of my leg, and like one almost took me out. And it's like,
Is
I'm
that-
getting
what
a
time?
little older.
9?
That could be dangerous,
What time did you go at? 9? 8, 9?
I didn't even leave here until 9.
That's why. So you got the
Yeah,
morning.
so-
crowd.
Yeah, and I wasn't done with Yorkdale until like 11:30ish, and then I hit Home Depot, did all the stuff at Home Depot I've been wanting to do for 2 weeks.
Good.
Did that, so got my storage bins, those ones you guys see me on the streams
Yeah.
with. Got some Velcro for the project I'm doing with the curtain. Even got the DTOF glass cabinets. If you want to adjust the glass shelves away from the spacers, they tell you got to use rope locks, right? Cable locks. So I
Yeah.
bought a bunch of those. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Or you want to see it?
Do you have one handy?
Yeah. I'll show you. You need let's see.
What do you got new, Kev? While he's off, we'll take over his
Well,
channel.
actually, I picked up.
So let's take over
couple
new
of-
bricks.
Got a
Oh,
couple
you know
mini
what?
figures.
Oh, I got a couple for you too. Hold on. Let's see if
Got
you
that
recognize
guy
any.
today.
Let's see if you recognize this.
What the heck? Nope. Can't
Okay,
put a
hold
name
on.
to it.
And then we got Buddy.
Warhammer.
Not Warhammer, the other one. The other popular one.
League of Legends?
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Okay, Warcraft.
Which is what that set came from.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
Kev, I don't know if you saw the one I showed.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did see a little click of that. That is amazing looking.
So
Yeah.
that's just a couple little figures while Rick was doing that thing.
Yeah, I just grabbed a couple of the mini figs from.
So those knights are for what, baked or like loose, or what's that from?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's the blinds from the kit
blinds.
from the set. You know, the
Oh,
EMF.
okay. I walked right past this yesterday. Today in the Lego store.
But yeah, I love that. I'm glad I got that one. The little pink knight.
Yeah. It's
So are these in bags or boxes now?
These ones were like, okay, our Walmart is just hideously horrible.
Oh, you got them
They
at
have-
Walmart even. Oh, okay.
yeah.
So there's this poly bag rack at the end of the aisle cap.
Okay.
And
So it's just
it always gets like run through and whatnot, but these figures were in the bottom of it, which are not normally supposed to be in there anyways. And they were all the way at the bottom. Me and my buddy were like, "Ooh, gold," because they were yellow packaging. But no, this is what comes with that little knight.
no way. That's hilarious.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like
Is this new? Is this new for Lego? Yeah.
23 series 23.
Cool.
Oh, that's a nice piece.
I just want to eat it. I got some other stuff, but you go ahead. You got
Check
cards
out
there.
Which camera?
So the cable ties. Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what you
yeah,
put
yeah.
in the
Okay.
detox.
three 16-inch.
That's the clothesline
What do
hangers.
What
Clothesline.
do you need to do
wire.
that?
Well, they're rope clamps, and if
Yeah,
you
rope
take
clamp.
4 of them, you can now raise the glass panel in a square DTOF
So you have enough
anywhere
clearance.
you want.
You have enough
So,
clearance on the
because
corners.
it's normally what 12 or 16 inches per segment in a DTOF, because a DTOF is what 4.5 feet, 5 feet tall, but it's 4 segments. Well,
So is it a rod? Is it a rod up the corners?
Four rods.
4 rods. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have enough
Uh,
clearance to do it on the inside.
Yeah.
Fairly?
That's the perfect size. That's what I did last time, and I actually had to go check it out yesterday. Like, what did I use before?
What is that?
And-
A quarter? A quarter.
So this is 3/16 of an
3/16.
inch.
Just a little bit
And
less.
these run you $2 to $3 depending on the brand name. This was Home Depot. I think it was $3.16 each. And so that'll do one glass shelf.
Yeah.
This will do another, and I can set them to whatever height I want. Because if you
And then
remember,
you're guaranteed.
I did the IG88. Well, he's like 2 segments on his own practically, but I don't want to waste 2 full segments in a D-top, so I want to raise the shelf up, put his head right near the ceiling, and then move the other glass shelves. I just want to make better use of it.
No, it's a good idea. Yeah.
For, say $6 a glass shelf, you can now put them where you want. So, I mean,
You lay the glass. Rick, you lay the glass right on top of the cork.
You
on that?
can, but I would
Or you put
recommend
something-
if you've got the little foam or cork
Yeah.
spongy sticker things, and I've got that stuff coming out everywhere.
Yeah. Those little
Anything's
circles.
better than nothing, but you can still, if on one side they're flat, if you're careful, you can put it on. You're not going to break anything. Nothing's going to shatter.
Yeah.
But if you put it on the wrong side, where you can see where the welds were, it's bad. And you put the glass on it, you
Tap.
chip it.
You're done.
done.
Yeah.
So you just got to take a look. One side's clean, unless you got a grinder, do it yourself. But you just got to be careful. Not a big deal. In fact, this is a better one than I got last time I did this. They got this weird thimble set, whatever that's for. But that'll be the first thing I pitch in the garbage when I'm done.
Whatever.
It's so funny to see that being used in like the collectibles thing. I use that for clothesline wire that has the rubber coating on it to tighten it up. And that's your hook.
I find is the best way to screw with the DTOF, especially if you still want to use glass. I've seen people do a lot of other gimmicks.
Do you have lights in your cabinets?
So when I did all my cabinets originally, I had invested at the time in the IKEA lights at the time. They're all horribly yellow. Like they're easy on the eyes.
But they're not
easy
good.
on the eyes, but I'll tell you the truth, they're not. But see, most people, they light up their crap too bright and too hideous.
Yeah. You get shadows.
So it'll just give you headaches. And that's something I can't have anyway. So it's like we always wanted subtle lighting. So if you did have it on, like you could still watch TV and not be blinded by the sun beside you, right?
Yeah.
Like some people have like
it's
LED
not the
strip.
studio setup I have here, where everything is 6,500 MCDs. No. But at the same time, I recognize like I'm not real fond of that. And the LED strips that I put in here, which I don't really turn on too often, except at night, just for a soft glow, just so I can see shit. Or if I'm on someone else's stream just hanging out, then I turn off all these lights and I just turn that shit on.
Yeah.
That I want to put in the big cabinets at least, and maybe the DTOF. I don't know, because it would be you have enough control with one of those remotes to make it really subtle. But most people just do it too bright, too gaudy. Most of my friends who do the lighting behind their NECA figures and all those nice statuette figures, you end up with something. They can never take a picture with the light on. Because when the light's on, you either get horrible shadows because they don't light it right.
Yeah.
Or you get silhouettes. I don't know.
I noticed
If
everybody.
you're going to light it up, you want to see it. Unless you're doing accent lighting, like a soft red glow behind Vader. Like, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Most people don't do that. And also, most of these kits are never designed for that. I'd love to see people start making small scale little kits that are only 12 inches. So you could put it subtly behind a car or a figure and just, accentuate just that one thing, not 6 feet tall of something. Because that's not what I would want anyway. But easy IKEA hack for sure. And by the way, if you do have a Leotorp or almost any other IKEA cabinet, the Technic pins, I think, fit in actually pretty good in those holes if you ever need a temporary.
Oh, they're that thickness. They're that thick.
They're close enough that it'll work, just fine for you. Not ideal, but whatever. You do what you got to do in a pinch, right? Especially if you lose those little stupid things. Fortunately, I always end up using less shelves and whatever's provided with anything, like the Billies behind me or those things. So I always end up with a bin full of all their extra shelf attachments and stuff. And I'm not beyond actually bolting in certain shelves somewhere where I'll put screws in the side just to permanently keep something in place, especially if I think something might be heavy on it. But yeah, so that's my hack for that. Oh, check this out. So my daughter's boyfriend, I'm not going to call him my future son-in-law. No freaking way am I calling him that. So he got
hasn't
me
made it
something.
there yet.
No, by the way, really cool kid. I like him. I like his family. So he got this, and of course, I think Dan knows. I don't call him by his name. I call him. His name's Joshua. It's the only time you ever hear me say it. I never call him by that name, but I've called him by every other name that starts with J I can think of. Every other. Hey Jimmy. Hey Joseph. Hey Jesus. It's just been this ongoing joke. I've refused to call him by his name, pretending to be that disgruntled father who cleans a gun, right? That kind of thing, and totally ignoring him. But he actually got me a gift, and he goes, "To Ronnie from Jimmy."
Ronnie.
And I tell you, it's like, you know what? And that's
you started. Hey, you opened up the box, so now you got to play.
Oh, is that what that is?
No,
so this was his Christmas gift to me.
Oh,
and it was
the Lego cup. Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You don't have this, do you?
I actually don't have any of these things. I thought about it on and off over the years.
Somebody's been doing their homework.
Yeah, well, he knows. He's been up here.
There you got it too.
Dude, you got it too. Yeah, you got the gray one. So I think I've only really seen a red and a black, and the black one didn't do anything for me. Oh, there's a figure in there. Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah, mine originally came with a build too. It's just like a
because you have to have the little guy hanging off your cup.
Okay.
You
have to use it as a cup if you're stupid. I mean, because that'd be horrible to drink out of. But
it's not too bad if you go by the stud lip. If you put your lip on the stud.
Guys, plastic Lego. You're drinking from plastic Lego? No way.
Right.
That you do not want to. You do not want to put a hot liquid in that plastic. Not one.
Although I tell you
leaching.
I just had hot chocolate.
Oh no. Dude, the leaching.
It's a
not leaking. Mold. Oh, is it got an actual?
There's even the company.
So it comes up and
wanting to actually try out one of their builds. Now I've got one of their builds.
Bit of a steam right there. Okay, but that is all one piece going down. It won't leak.
No. But I was saying that you don't want hot liquids leaching chemicals into your.
Yes, I do.
I would use that. Okay, do you have a can of anything there? A can, Rick? Do you have a can?
Just like a can.
As a cozy. Yeah, I think it'd fit a cozy. Like it'd be a cozy.
Almost, eh?
A beer can. Oh, I don't know.
And you know what's funny? It's actually angled like the bottom of the can inside.
That's what I just noticed. Yeah, because he had it up.
He's checking it out.
No, not Pringles.
Wrong one.
But.
Did you finish that can of Pringles?
Did you?
Oh no. I don't know how you can eat them because those hot ones.
Like this.
I think the one my daughter brought into the house is still here. We've been slowly, and I tell you, it's been like
you haven't eaten. You wimp.
No, I'm serious. It's bad on my lips.
That's my favorite part.
Oh my goodness! I don't mind.
Sometimes I even rub it. Sometimes I even rub it in my eyes, and I go sit in the corner, and my roommates think I'm all upset.
Just leave me alone. The world is me. So actually, that was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, the balloon's actually really nice.
I'm guessing he got it from where he works because he works at like a Hot Topic type store.
Okay,
like it's either Hot Topic or Spencer's or that other one in the malls. That's like that was pretty cool.
The As Seen on TV show store.
Yeah, so actually, I don't need to put that back in the box.
Pringles Hopkins.
Yeah.
So what's the bottle of sauce? What's
Lumsbury build on brick mug. All right.
Cool. So it's like green pepper
from Germany.
It's called Los Caliente. But
that's the same one.
Tastes like lime and pepper.
And that's one of their 3 house brands of sauces that they sell from the TV show.
It's one of the 3. It's the middle one of all the heat, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, you know it that well.
So. Yes, I do, actually.
I love that show. I thought it was brilliant.
I do. I'm a real.
What a great slant on the interview show because come on, interview shows are boring.
He-
Everyone who's there is just there shilling their product. But
They
now
get-
you're putting
they
them,
get to
you're
this
making
one.
them uncomfortable. That's what I love. You're making them
After
uncomfortable.
this flavor is when they get when you can tell they've made a transition from being an actor or actress to like they're a real person. They can't hide nothing no more. All their emotions are on the table.
They're swearing. They're losing their.
Yeah, you could ask them any question and they will answer it faithfully. They
That
have no
Chinese
idea what they're
comedian,
saying.
the Korean comedian, I can't remember his name. He pooped himself on the show.
No
That was
way.
good. So did
No way.
He lost control. But you know what? I mean, he does stuff for shock value all the time. So he might have
No.
had
Hey,
one
that
in
guy,
the chamber going
he
in there for
started-
that, you know?
he started with the hottest one first.
Oh
God,
Lord, that must have gone right
then-
through him.
And then you know who else pooped? Was oh damn it, the chef guy, Ramsay, Gordon
No
Ramsay.
way.
He didn't
No
really,
way.
did he?
He did, and he rubbed lemon on his butt.
Oh my gosh,
No. I'm going to go
That's-
back and watch that one again.
that's gotta
But
be.
he was sitting there. And you got to
He
love
made
it
a
because
good
he's
show.
sitting there
He made a
tasting
good show.
critique. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I watch that stuff.
He
all the
is a
time. I love it.
surprisingly good interview. Like I don't
That's what
like
people
him
say.
on his shows.
Yeah.
I don't like him on his shows.
No,
I know it's all hammed up for the production, but he's still quite
Sean
the deal.
Evans. That's who you're talking about, the host, Sean Evans.
The host.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sean Evans
Yeah.
is great.
I admire him, man.
But
I think
I'm
he is
talking about
awesome.
Ramsey though.
Oh.
Ramsey when
Oh,
he does
Ramsey,
his
yeah.
shows. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ramsey is
You know that's all for show. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
well, some of it at least, and it's just it's him jacked up, and it's like
Yeah, I
All
think
right,
he
Rick.
does hot ones twice.
While you're cutting your box, Rick, I'm going to show you my new bricks. The one I showed you the other day. So this is
yeah. Hang on.
the Halo set that finally came to Canada, which is really
Yeah.
odd that they have the old branding. So
Yeah.
the cool thing about this set is that all
It's not funny at all because tell me what the date on the bottom of the box.
Yeah.
is.
No, it's 2021. So
Yeah.
this was like one of the last runs, just like the Pelican you have behind you. They still had the old stuff on them,
Yeah.
but this is the one set that everybody wanted because you got the whole
Dude,
popular.
I
theme.
still have Infinite stuff going to the other warehouse.
Oh, for
Still
sure,
showing up now.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah.
They just screwed up the ordering and the processing and
with
the
with Lego when it comes to the date on the bottom, at best you're only a month off, right? So
they're off by
like,
months. Yeah.
and in the case of Mega, up to 2 years, for the last 3
Are you-
years, I've seen
It's
stuff.
bad, eh? It's really bad
Yeah.
how they've done it. So here's the nice artwork
That's
that
a
they
nice
give
art,
you
actually. Yeah,
Ooh.
inside.
very nice.
So they've done good. They this is probably one of the last old way of the company doing it, because now the new stuff is kind of getting a little bit cheapy on it. But let's see what you got in the other Walmart box there. What's this one going to be?
So this one is going to be a little weird. This is kind of a last minute decision, and then I saw an opportunity. I said, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Mostly because I liked something else I did, and I figured, well, you know what, this might be an opportunity to buy another. Myself.
Different one.
Same one that I bought for myself before, and it'll make
Lego?
sense. Maybe
We'll see.
as I aim the knife.
I want to know what
Lego.
you're getting from Czechoslovakia. What the heck would be in Czechoslovakia?
What?
That would be.
Well, just
he's got
look
something
at the
coming.
last big one I got from that part of the world was
So it's
super
another
rare
another black market deal.
illegal Lego offerings.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so I mailed that Technic figure off today, so that should be getting to you in like a week.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Oh no, wait!
You got the other one.
You're up near Ottawa, right,
No,
Rick?
Toronto.
You're up in
Toronto.
Ottawa.
And
Oh, Toronto? Yeah, it goes to it'll go to Ottawa before it goes to Toronto, from where I am.
really, Ottawa's the
Yeah.
hub.
So where I am is like Kingston area, but like for whatever reason, when it wants to go
Oh,
to Toronto, it goes
you're
to
the
Ottawa
hub.
first.
Major hub, and then
Well, what's
That makes
Kingston
sense.
to Ottawa? 2 hours? 1 hour? 2 hours.
Because my dad,
No.
yeah,
closer to
1 hour.
2 than coming
Yeah.
here, because coming
Yeah.
here would be 3 to 4.
So Ottawa's your hub.
4+. So my dad lives in Brantford, the other side of Toronto there, and I mailed
Okay.
him his dog's medication on on Thanksgiving, the couple days after Thanksgiving, 2 days after Thanksgiving, and it took 8 days.
No way. Oh, that's
Wow.
not good.
When I went to Kim's place,
mailing
Okay.
days.
Kingston,
When did you
that
do
was
it,
3
Kevin?
hours from Toronto for me.
Kevin, when did you mail it? When did you mail it out?
It was
Today?
2 days after Thanksgiving, and it took eight more days. Yeah.
So 2 days on the weekend. Yeah, so
I
5 days.
I wasn't counting them. No, I wasn't counting the weekend. Because I figured.
Jeez, that's a unreal. Like
Yeah,
I
we
can
were
see
kinda
Christmas time
cheap.
being like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
But
is
it was
regular
because it
mail.
went to
Wow.
Ottawa and back.
Wow. All right, Rick, what's the story? What are you gonna do with this second one?
Well, remember,
Yeah,
you can build the
the
car
2 versions. Yeah, so you can have both.
or the truck. So now I'll have a black car since they don't sell the black cars as separate
Nope.
single.
What?
And since I've got the red and the red and the yellow sitting here ready to be
Rick,
built.
you know those things got clearanced for like I think there was like $9 or $10, and then they brought the new wave in, and it has all those in it again, and they're back up to $20.
Dude, do you know what I paid for this? Like practically nothing between
That's
my
good.
discounts and everything else.
That's good.
Yeah. So
I've literally.
I never want to leave the company. Although it's funny, I got tomorrow. I got to fill in some info. I applied at Tesla.
Where's that going to be?
I don't know. That's the problem. I got to find out where info because
It will
they've
not
asked
be in
me
the
to.
GTA.
No, there's a parts thing opening up in
Oh,
the
parts.
area. Yeah. No, that's
Oh.
it. They need a receiver. And
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be a cushy job.
And so a headhunter came towards me, and it's like, okay, I got the stuff I filled out. And it's like, so now I gotta, I guess, more questions for him. But it's like, yeah,
I just came up with this. Okay, here's the dragon, right? And then here's here's the little feather from the knight's hat. I'm gonna put that in the dragon. Give it some
Does it
hair.
fit?
It does.
It fits, but I don't know if I like it.
I love it. It's a little steampunk dragon.
I saw someone who took the little flower rose used on a tiger's A.
But
they put it on
both
the
of
back
them
of an ad, and I thought that was funny.
Put both
Kevin,
pink
put
in?
both of them in. Yeah, see what that you'll give a girl dragon while you're done.
So check this out.
All
I
right,
got
let's
another
see.
one of these. I don't know if I'd shown this off, but I didn't see it in my photography. So
I like it.
since it was sitting here on the desk, but it wasn't in the last batch.
One of those brick.
It's another one you put the blocks on.
Yeah.
It is from a recent case, but it's not from a 2023 case. So that's
Those
why
all
there's no
came
mega
out.
branding.
Those all came out at the same time in the last couple of weeks. I saw the
They all
recent.
seem
Well,
style.
the 2023 case C or D or E has been out in a few places. This is not a 2023 case. This is like one of the last two 2022 cases. So I've got a bunch of those now.
Why does that look like a Bronco almost? Does
That-
it has
well,
like
they-
a body-
They lifted most of it from the Bronco.
Does it look?
Oh,
Yeah, it kind of
Are
does.
they some of them different styles? I thought they were all the same, just different.
Yeah,
colors.
there's a
No,
little
there's
one.
4 brick styles now for these cars, and there's a new one coming in the new case. I don't have any of those yet.
Huh. I wonder what one I have now.
But I'm tired of buying those just for the color repaints. Like, no,
Yeah, that's what.
now,
That's why
now
I
it
just.
doesn't interest me much.
I can't remember where I tossed mine, but that's why I had bought in one because I figured, well, I'll just get one. They're all the same, just different color, but if they're a bit
Yeah.
different style, it's not.
And there's some other cars that aren't brick cars, but they're Lego Fig compatible. Oh, what you got, Dan?
I got. I can show you the booklet, and then I'll show you. I can't really show the build. Used set, just kind of like because you can't get this stuff new very easy anymore. But it's the Halo. What's this thing called again? The Countdown Saber and Gantry. So it's the Space
2015.
Yeah.
20.
around there. So it's the
13.
Gantry. Yeah, I'll show you the actual real deal picture. So it's a
Oh no!
kind of a starship. Like it's got the control tower, the gantry, and then there's the actual ship itself with all the different things on it. It's the older versions. I'm sure they'll come up with some new stuff versions, but the fact that you get like all the scaffolding,
Yeah.
and then all the bricks, it's the green military bricks, the clear windows. This particular used set didn't come with any figs, as most kids would destroy all of them, but this can be definitely integrated into something newer. But yeah, spaceships.
I
You
see
gotta
a
love
lot
them.
of people buying a bunch of those just for mocks and stuff. Just
Yeah. Like
great for
look
making
at
a large scale.
all the girder pieces, like
Yeah.
just awesome. And then even just like the plank, like what do you call that?
Yeah,
The
I like
gantry.
that catwalk section there,
Yeah,
definitely.
really good. So it's got potential for more, but even the ship itself, it's how you're saying it's all the mega stuff usually like blocky and hefty. So I'll show you what the ship looks like. So here's the ass
Oh,
end
you've
of
already
it.
got it built. Nice.
Oh,
Well,
you
yeah,
got it completely built.
Yeah, well, it
Oh,
already
man.
came built. It's only got
Okay.
one, two, and I think just a landing gear up front missing, and then one little circular like engine compartment. It's supposed to be like a laser or something, but that's a booster, like boosters. And then all this stuff pops off to go to a
you've
regular
got stuff on there. I had one of those sets, and it was missing pretty much everything you've got in orange.
Yeah,
like it was missing serious components there.
like booster, like all the booster stuff. So even this thing, I don't know if this is supposed to be. Oops. It's supposed to be like a escape pod or a missile, or I haven't gone into the lore of what it is yet, but there's your ass end of the ship. So I'm just like, that's pretty
looks kind of
decent.
cooler like that.
So that gets off the ground, and then
you would lose it all.
Space.
Yeah. So then, I'm missing the little one. Like there's supposed to be like a little radar antenna up front here, but it's got the side guns. It's got some intakes. So some of the stuff you would see probably like on newer stuff, but decent. I'm like, for the price point, used, new, you'd be ridiculous because these ones, I think the resale value on like a complete set would be in the hundreds. But either way, it's got all that play factor of the the booster packs and stuff on the back end. Cool. Yeah. And
so you think you're going to be able to fix the missing pieces, or do you think it's a source from other stuff you got? Or?
I have a miscellaneous box that has parts to this set, so might get lucky. Yeah, because somebody literally gave me a hovercraft box of hovercraft parts, which was like incomplete, obviously at some point, but mixed in with a whole lot of Lego, and they just said, "Here, take this. We don't want this anymore." I'm like, so I recognize all the parts now. So because this is what I like to see when you see the manuals and the parts list, and even having a set, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I've seen these parts before. Because here's an example of really cool mega pieces, angled support beams. Yeah. So two like horizontal this way, angled like a 30-degree this way, and then horizontal again. So that gives you your support structure.
Yeah.
For
nice 45 degrees.
Hello, Greg Gillen.
Is that what it is? Would that be a 45 there? Yeah, probably.
Close enough.
So you can see like just the build on it, the design to it, it's pretty decent. So a lot of things were in the wrong place. And then I started looking at the things like there's one little white semicircle marbled here. I'm sure I'll find this somewhere. There's got to be a set that recreates or has used that before. But yeah, that's really decent. Like I was like, not too shabby, because like on the resale level, if that was complete, this would be hundreds of dollars. Worthwhile. But I'll show you one more.
Before I figured out that I liked the Warthogs, when I dumped the mega parts that I had at the time.
Oh, you had all this stuff? Oh.
Well, no, I had a bunch.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but there was, 3 or 4 sets, and it's like they were probably 80% complete. Someone's really, clearly someone really loved playing with it and did whatever they did with it. But it was all part of another lot. So for me, it was all gravy. And the fact that I made this one guy really happy by, he wanted some stuff just for his kid to play with. And it's like, he didn't care
that's what it does.
So I gave him those. I gave him some best block. I gave him a bunch of stuff. And he was just so happy because I gave it to him for a really good price. And he took it off my hands. Yeah. And then it was like a couple months later, I started falling in love with the Warthogs. It's like,
why'd you give it away?
Now I realized what I'd gotten rid of,
I'll show you the rest of the World of Warcraft set. Castle. So that's called the Stormwind Castle, and it's got statues in it. The dragon goes up here, but what's cool is that these parts for the castle are King Arthur legend style parts. I'm like, hello, I'm going to have some fun building some castles and adding this to the top of a structure of some sort. But just these guys themselves, these molded figures, statues, kind of reminds me of the Game of Thrones. They did
I bet you those are some of the most rare mega figures you can get, because that just screams paint me, mod me now.
It would be cool if somebody painted that.
Are they figures too, or are they just statues?
So they're statues. They have a little tiny bit of articulation, but mainly static. Yeah, so this one has the kind of the. but they do with their job. And then what's cool too is I've never seen a lamppost that's literally just a candlestick with a little light brick and then a top part. So that's a new version of a light that I've seen.
That's
I
kind of
haven't
the
seen
way
that
I
before.
used to do it.
Did you? Yeah. I kind of
Yeah,
reminds me of
yeah.
what that new, like the new Witcher sets that's supposed to come out.
I've seen a couple of Mega Block staffs that were like that. Yeah.
Yes, I've never seen this combination. I've never seen because usually Mega had a flame.
I've never seen them do it.
flame.
No.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
they
good.
usually had the flames. Yeah, but that was usually the first piece that I would lose.
Yeah. So then the back is just an empty shell, but
Usually the first
you know,
piece. Oh wow,
you can see
that's still
there's
kinda,
lots of room.
still, yeah, nice castle essence.
You can have some fun with like doing stuff and mocking up. But anyway, yep, that's what I picked up.
Flames off those snot bricks.
So these tower pieces, the King Arthur set was the main, the original for all that stuff. And then you've got a little treasure chest that you get special armor and weapons and stuff. And then they even give you a catapult that's unique to this particular set that has like extra armor and stuff. So if you put an elastic on here, it actually works.
Yep.
This
I think
clip
I
and
have
then on
wheels that are like that.
Yeah, so these wheels all the way back from Dragons. The Dragons line. And
Okay, that's
line.
what it is that I have. I have a crap load of that stuff.
Would that catapult hold a marble?
Yes, 100%. And launch it at the wall. And it would launch it completely at the wall. Yes. This is the thing I tell you about Mega. If Mega just opened
actual paintballs.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, but they're tough though. Paintballs need to be like shot real.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a high RPM rate to get it.
But I keep reiterating the fact if Mega just opened up these parts to mock building, my gosh, like they would have a run on because they've got a mix of the rounded 1x2s. They've got the edges, like the long 1x4s. Even just the pieces here that did the arches. That was such a simple design. I'm just like, yeah, that does the trick, you know. And then these marbled stone looking pieces, the color,
yeah,
you know, the sparkly, you know, gray with the marbled effect. Done. Like it just works so good. But alas, the only way to get these are, like you said, the 80% complete sets or loose bricks. But to go through these cat hair infested tubs and totes of loose ends and parts is just, it's not fun, right? Like it's just
I actually have some of the I think it was Mega Construct or even Mega Blocks, but they had those light up dinosaurs that lit up or something. With that crystal chest or something.
So that's the dragon. That's the dragon.
So I had like a box of that stuff. It's kind of been spread out in the Lego room, but it had the weird minifigures that were closer resembling a regular Lego figure, but they would be bad. They broke apart really easily.
Here's the crystal that you're talking about. The ones that would go on your chest.
I never got to see
you didn't have any?
Though. I don't remember seeing it.
They gave you. So that's the connection piece. There's your light, and then when you would put it on this connector, which you probably have never, Rick, you probably haven't seen these.
That's the piece I have. Yeah, that's the piece I have. I don't have the other piece.
If the little pocket, what do you call them? Those pocket batteries. If it was still good, stick it on here, and it would light up different colors depending on the dragon. This like the whatever theme it was, either the fire guys or the
why do you have that randomly there?
I don't actually. I literally have a sorted pile, so it's pirates. The pirates figures. You're saying that the dragons were that. So here's a Blackbeard. So this was their
my figures
size.
didn't look like that. I didn't have.
I know this is pirates
like that. Oh.
Okay. It's the ogres and the other guys, but this is the size you're talking about. So this is from the pirates line, the PRY.
Oh, cool.
Or PYR or whatever. So, but
those
if you
are very
want
Creo-like figures. The shoulder joint, very Creo-like.
Yeah,
better.
So I'm just trying to see if I have that dragon up in here. Yeah, I do.
I have a whole plate full of Creo. I should do up one day on a video.
Oh, Kevin, you're literally talking about these guys.
Ones? Do you have any Transformers Creo?
I do. Yeah, I got a couple sets.
I wish you'd have said that like earlier because I could have sent you something.
Oh yeah,
I have some. Oh yeah.
So
I have one. Yeah. I have one or two sets, and actually, you know what? When I build Prime, I'll build that one too because I get Prime and Creo.
Which one's Prime? Which one's Prime?
Optimus Prime.
Is it actually the actual vehicle?
It's a Creo set. Actually, I think he transforms.
Oh, that guy's nifty.
They're all the different ones.
Put it back up.
Hang on.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Hold on. I'll get you a little showcase here of the
Or here, I'll
different
give you
styles.
this one. There you go.
I'll give you that guy.
Because everyone needs to see my face. I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
So you've got Optimus
Now.
in Mega.
No, it's Creo.
Creo.
Oh,
Creo Optimus Prime.
Oh, maybe that's what it is that I have then, because I have a. Remember, I was telling you I have Megatron. It might be
Megatron's
Creo,
what
though. I thought it
vehicle?
was Mega.
Yeah. There you go.
Transporter. Great transporter.
So you got knights,
Yeah.
ogres,
those knight
and
guys.
then like the other guys.
Those are
So-
cool.
Yeah, I got like the knights and the other guys. The
Yeah, so
forest knights, I
they
think they were.
had a bunch of sets that were like a chess set. There's horses that came with them too. I don't know if I have.
Yeah, I think I ended up
Great.
getting a couple of the horses. They were kind of scraggly looking.
They are scraggly looking because they're just like simple, but they work for what they are. And then they had also like limited figures of depending on what set it is. But here's one that's supposed to be pulling a chariot.
Ooh.
I like him.
Yeah, so he pulls a big. Actually, I have it right there because my kids are
See,
playing.
I
with it.
like that instead of what Lego does with the big figs.
Here's the.
I don't
sorry,
like the big figs.
Okay, I definitely
Dragon's
have something
catapult.
like that. Yeah,
So this
I
is another one
definitely
where
have
you would.
something like that.
You can get an elastic on that.
Well, that's a mean looking.
And yeah, that's a big boy. Who else is
I had
here?
some bow and arrow launchers too that like brick onto the walls or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they would launch like
Nothing.
pike launcher.
Oh yeah, that's this guy. I just saw it. Yeah, here's the pike launcher right here.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have that piece here, and then the elastic
Yeah.
you'd pull, and then it would shoot it out. I don't think I
Yeah.
have that on here. Oh yeah, I got it in this little baggie. But yeah,
I should
that
gather.
that catapult is just mean looking.
And that's a brick piece that's on the front. Those spikes.
So yeah, watch this. So if we pull it apart, so you've got your base,
Yeah, I have
Right.
some of those.
then you've got your catapult, launch
Yeah,
like that part,
yeah.
and then this whole thing is one piece.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There
Yeah,
is
yeah.
one that has a little like a cover.
Okay,
of some
okay,
sort.
that's
Could
probably
be
what
a
I'm
different one.
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of different styles that they used. Actually,
Yeah, I
two
had
only.
base plates. I had like the earth base plates for it too
Yep.
and everything.
Yeah,
I think
those are the
I think
best.
Some of the
Those
kids have been playing with it.
guys run for those because you can't get
Really?
that in any other.
What am I doing? I'm just letting the gold sit in there and letting the kids play with it. I could be selling it. What?
But nobody cares. Nobody cares for the price value wise. But still, Rick, I don't know if you remember this bad boy,
Oh god, yeah.
the
Ooh,
Kraken,
Yeah.
What?
big Kraken. So this is from Pirates of the Caribbean. Still this is one of my favorite.
I love it.
Figures.
8 studs on top.
Yeah, look. So
Just to show you it's a brick toy.
That's
yeah,
it.
and then on the bottom too, so you can like put them up on
But
something.
honestly,
Then-
I feel like that's
the
where
best-
Lego's headed. That's where Lego's headed.
You think so? But the best is Rick Kevin the little brick studs on the ends.
Oh, okay.
That's
There,
okay.
that's
So you can
that's
suction.
better.
You can suction guys to this sucker.
That's
right?
better. Yeah.
So even on here, there's a couple here and here. So
Okay,
you know, you
so
can have
yeah.
some fun. But that face, like that's like the guy from Stranger Things, kind of.
Yeah.
Then you've got the
100%.
flaps, and then
Or-
on
Or
the
if not
side,
Predator.
where is it here? Right there. You've got eyes. Like this thing's a full-on, fully
Oh.
detailed,
Oh yeah.
creature. So
That's crazy.
this between this and the shark from the
Yeah, that shark. is
Shark
actually
Attack
pretty
set.
nice.
I love that shark. Like I said, the big figures that Mega put out beats Lego like crazy. I don't have the horse one to show you. Oh, I did have this cool thing. So in the Dragons, Rick, they had things that were interactive. So they actually gave you a little
Is there
these
water
dragons.
in that?
Yep,
Yeah, it's like
there's a
it
little-
is.
Don't ever break it.
No, they
Oil-
dry out.
It's
So watch
that
this.
oil and water
Yeah.
hourglass thing. Oil and
Yeah.
water, you know?
Yeah.
You remember those
Wow.
those little fun toys with the
There you
oil
go.
and water?
Okay.
You don't
So
remember
this
that?
This was the part of the remember that it was like fishes or whatever. You'd pump it up and then it would go floating and whatever, right? Yeah. So
or
this
the
one's still
little
okay,
waterfall things, yeah.
but I love that this is like at least 20 years old now and it still works.
Still
I'm
works.
sure I have one of those things too. I think mine's
So
red.
it goes on either the castle or
Yeah.
the dragon
that.
itself.
It's see
Two
that?
stud. Yeah, right
Oh,
there.
you know what else it goes on? A minifigure's hand.
Back. Oh, the hand. You could too. Yeah, it could be a shield, I guess. But it's supposed to be part of the lore of the dragons.
So what I was saying about Lego, it's going to be really hard to see this, but
you
it's
got that.
just they've made this hinged plate for the mechs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that part.
And it's like, you see
What's that
how
for again?
It's for a Ninjago mech, but I'm saying like it could have been built. They could have built this out of what they have for bricks, but instead they had this whole part printed. Why, I don't know. Oh, so
it makes it more stable.
Structure. Yeah. Oh, and hey, Kevin, I found the card.
It literally just clips onto the front, and then ding, your mech is done. Like,
oh, there you go. It's a body part then. Yeah,
it's a cod piece.
But it's not a build. It's the whole piece that they've built this new piece just so they can make a mech out of it. Like, enough with the mechs already. Lego. Same with.
But see, that's what Lego people hate. Like, that's what they criticize Mega for all those years. Oh, Mega makes one piece that'll do the work of 16.
Like,
as it should for some things, yeah.
For some things.
But why do they need to do it for the mechs? We have 13 million mechs. Oh wait, if we make a new piece, we can make another line of Ninjago mechs.
Yeah. There you go.
Well,
totally
Ninjago is just a constant moneymaker for him. Even if the ratings for the shows drop,
Ninjago
is always sold well.
How is Ninjago so popular? Because I have like odds and ends of Ninjago that come in, like I'll sort them out. And people are jumping on that like crazy. Like, yeah, I want it. I don't understand.
You gotta watch the shows and the movies to understand. But there's the character lore like Ninja Turtles. Once you're at the age where it absorbs you, you want more and you can't get enough. Yeah. Like they even did a whole theatrical ride
Star Wars
for
them,
Lego,
right?
And
it's Star Wars for them.
Star Wars for them, for that generation.
Exactly.
I got a bunch of Ninjago. I got some of the Monkey King sets. Only very specific ones that really appeal to me. I don't give a crap about the story or the lore, the characters' names. I don't know
exactly.
The build is the build, and it looks awesome. And
I just really like ninjas, and now that I have 14 different blue ninjas, I'm happy. I have a ninja army of every color.
Oh my god! What's this?
Soon I'll have a spaceman army of every color.
Rick, when Mega was inclusive back in the day.
He's a fool.
old Mr. T during his British pirate days. What the hell is that?
Mr. T now. Where they are now.
Do you guys know who Kelly Muscle is on YouTube?
Kelly Muscle?
Black bodybuilder. Really incredible, intense looking guy. He's got a lot of personality and even bigger muscles. He put on an old man wig, and so he could go out to Venice Beach and do the lifting out on, one of the gyms outside.
Well, he freaked everybody out?
That's the thing. He's like 230 pounds of just rock solid everything. He puts on this old man beard, which, by the way, looked amazing on him. He looks so good. I think he had a professional makeup person do it. And he goes to the gym with a rocker, does the old man thing, grabs a weight, puts a plate on it really slow, gets down, and then he starts doing like calisthenics. And
the guy's just looking at him like,
what the hell? But he looks so good too. It's hilarious. Yeah. Actually, he just had major cardiac episode last fall. So like he's changed his life around in a year.
Hey Rick, I'll put this beside my bed, and if any intruder comes in, I can just whack him because it's solid. It's like
some of these solid builds are just crazy. I mean,
100%. I could use this to bat.
When I moved the cars into the cabinet last night, and and some stuff I'm lifting up gingerly, and then I pick up like the bone shaker, and I realized, oh my god, because I used to do this as a test when I would do some of the builds. I would take the build, and I would do this in my videos, and you'd see me shake it, and I would add a sound effect of a squeaky toy or whatever. But it's like, this thing is solid. That is absolutely going to be my home defender weapon. Put it beside the bed, and then whack.
Definitely
hit him with the sharp corner. Take the wheel off and hit him with the sharp corner. Because it's definitely something.
So I ended up getting this poly bag.
Ooh.
That Jurassic Park one.
The Jurassic Park ones. Is that the one with the little things in it? The little baby? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because I gave my other one to Cliff, I mailed it off to him. The magazine that they don't get up there. And then I also grabbed this one because there was something to do with
Wait. Who doesn't get where? Who doesn't get what?
Clicking Cliff, they don't get certain content we do. Like at Walmart, we got this we get magazines with the figures attached to them, and they're in a foil.
Yeah.
They don't get some of
those.
There?
Oh, he's not getting. Okay, so those are UK magazines that we've been.
So when I found this Jurassic Park one, and he was on a stream, I was like, "Do you have this yet?" And he's like, "No. Like I can't. I've never seen anything like that." And the poster that came in the centerfold, Rick, was amazing to the original VHS cassette art.
No.
But it was done with a Lego theme to it. And then on the back, there was like, so on the back of the VHS, there was a movie screen, a clip of the movie, and then a blurb about it. And the other side of the centerfold is that clip done in Lego. So I was like, oh, Cliff has to have this. I'm not a big Jurassic Park fan, but this is in this book I picked up for like $12. So I sent him the whole book and the little figure thing that came with it. Because, I'm not.
So I'm surprised they're not getting them down there. Because we've been importing them for about 2 years into Canada. By the way, have you ever seen the Star Wars one? I've never seen the Star Wars one on the shelf at Walmart. I see the City, Ninjago. There's like 5 of them. I've never seen the Star Wars one, not once. And I can't believe that's not being
one too. I got the Ninjago one. It was cool. I don't think I've gotten a Star Wars one though. You're right.
The Ninjago ones are usually good because a lot of them have 2 figures on the front of those magazines.
But I had to get this one to replace the little dinosaur that I was sending off to Cliff, and then of course I had the little amber. And then this one here, this guy's shirt, I'm telling you.
Nice.
He's got like this print to it, and then it just gave me that essence of the old M-Tron figure, and I was like, I like little race cars. It's like a Mario go-kart thing.
So it looks like we're getting a Black Tron gift with purchase on the first, maybe, eh?
Oh man, I would love to get my hands on that.
I think it's $190 buy-in
right there, and it's got it looks like it's got the black and white, not the B.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell. Like it's like
I'll see. I wish I had known that before I bought these, but that's okay. There's always other stuff I could buy, but it's like
always.
So I did a little hunting and came up 50% successful. So I'll show you.
Still got more.
This is it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So.
Oh, I finally did a 1-bag challenge. Have you ever heard of this yet? The 1-bag challenge for Lego? You don't have to show. I'm not showing anything.
What's the 1-bag challenge?
So, and without opening it, assemble the.
Oh, you built it in the bag? Did you really?
I did. I took we got a couple more minifigures, and I said, the inside the blind bag is a foil bag, like a tinier, smaller foil bag with all your parts in it. So I built it. I have the video, but it's not that great. There's some promiscuous things in the background, but I did it successfully. So I think I might do it with one of these.
Okay.
1-bag challenge. It has to be one bag thing, right?
Especially with that Jurassic Park one, because that's like you don't have a lot of visible space. I mean,
that's what I was thinking. That would be a good one. You can barely see in there, so I think that would be a good one to do on stream.
Oh my god, that bag is gonna be so crinkled. It's gonna every nook and cranny.
The bags that I saw,
like even through a washing machine or something.
The bags I saw, that's what they looked like. They were like, dude, are you sure the bag is closed still? But I did a minifigure, so that one was fairly easy.
I would cheat. I would do it, and then I'd cut off the end and reseal the top or something.
No, I did it with the turkey one. The turkey one, the base plate and the back feathers aren't in the bag, so I was able to assemble them with the pumpkin in his hand.
I'd literally only believe you if I saw you do it in person or on live feed. I wouldn't believe
I'll send it to chat.
Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, like other people
doing make these live video challenges, so you could do it live. When I did the mock build, right? When I built the bird, it's like it was a challenge to do it live in front of you guys, and it's like
that was beautiful too. Like,
my wife
Birds of Paradise, right there is what I was thinking.
She fell.
No way.
No,
and she's okay, but we didn't know, and like she got up and blah blah blah, and it's like an hour or two later, and it's mostly because Dan was asking for a picture of some of the cabinet stuff, and it's like,
oh no,
I look in the cabinet where I had the stuff on the top shelf before, like I started putting cards in. It's like the bird's falling over.
She bumped into the shelf when she
all the cabinets on that side, but the cabinets are heavy and sturdy, especially the Leotor. Those things are. Like 200 pounds empty, like they're heavy. But yeah, that one came tumbling over. It was only a little bit. I put it back together, but I'm going to take it apart tomorrow because it's not something I'm going to. It was a challenge.
Is it too tall?
Yeah.
For the cabinet?
Well, dude, it's like 18.
Oh wow.
20 inches wide by whatever. Have you not seen the bird?
Just
That's
go,
a big
just
one.
go stick it on the.
I've seen
Stick
the
it on
picture
your
on the box, but
nightstand.
I've never seen it in real life. What it's built, what it looks like built.
The mock bird I did?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about that one that's all different colors, right?
Yeah, the rainbow
What are you
bird.
talking about?
that he
The
built.
rainbow bird. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. I can't. For some reason, I was thinking about the Lego Bird of Paradise set. Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
This hideous thing.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, hey,
Is this literally them
and
grabbing?
now he's pretty warped too because he's
The way you did it too, I was halfway expecting you to like pull on a brick and have the wings fold up at one point. The way the gears were and everything.
I mean,
It
It's
could.
like I
really
almost
thought
halfway
probably
thought that was
could've.
going to happen, but it looks so.
but
Like
this
I
I
think
thought was the
thing
most brilliant part when I figured out I could crisscross these. They're soft enough, pliable
It
enough.
looks
to
so
like
good.
that.
Like it's hard to believe that that was a mock.
From those disjointed parts that not a set, no
Was this
instructions or nothing.
Was this the leftover from a set?
Yeah.
or
Not
what was it?
leftovers. These were the two sample packs.
Oh, the sample packs.
Jing blocks sent.
Oh, you got some good creativity to think of that
Really,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's symmetrical to boot. Like, look at that.
well, it was not like 90% symmetrical, but now he won't stand because it was probably a good hour of him sitting warped, and it's like now he doesn't really stand now.
yeah,
So he's
gonna
definitely
have to
coming apart. He's coming apart tomorrow.
Yeah.
Poor guy. That's all right though. But yeah, I wouldn't put burning hot liquid in that cup.
yeah.
I haven't.
Oh,
I don't.
But is it a coating? Does it actually have a coating inside, or is it the plastic? Because I see the
No,
clear.
it's just raw. It's just ABS. That's all it is.
Inside, I see his glossy version on the inside. But do you have that? Yeah.
I think it's just shiny as heck.
It's
Like it's
shiny,
polished,
yeah.
but it doesn't have. Because if you look at my handle where
It's
I
just what the
softened up
same
some of
thing
my
looks
edges,
like on the
maybe.
outside. No different.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Like I tried to
Wow,
soften up
even
some
on
of
the
my
even on the inside here near the handle. I mean, that's literally a very usable brick element.
Yeah.
Like you could use that as a basis of a large
Well,
build.
turn it
Yeah,
upside down. Rick. Turn it upside down. It's a building. It's a little mini building.
Oh,
Right there.
But
There you go.
as I was saying, the edge you're going to want to drink from is where the studs are.
Aren't.
You want to drink from the stud.
Oh, they are?
water will never touch this. This will replace the Brad, the Lego guy cup that no one has seen since her little tiff, which is sitting behind the boxes.
Well, you know what they're
And
really
it's holding
good
my
for
little
is,
orange guy.
Pencil pot.
I can't even reach it now.
Can you do a letter, like letters on your cup? Would that be able? Do you have enough?
With these, probably not. But
No.
I
Or like
could
little
just
1x1 studs, ABC, something like
Sure,
that.
that 4
Sure.
by
Make your own.
might be tough.
4 by 12.
A, B. Yeah, technically, I could do ABC on that. It's not going to look great.
Yeah.
Or
I could do that with studs.
yeah, because left and right are under studs or inner studs, and then face forward is up studs.
So, quick question: those inverse stud holes on the one side, right there, Rick. Yeah, can a brick go into those?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the studs can. Yeah,
Because you've got the other side, which
it
is
won't be the best connection you can do, but the same thing as
It
taking a
might,
stud and
I don't
putting it
know.
inside of a Technic.
Kevin's trying right now.
Oh,
Does it-
wait a minute. My studs
It
aren't
looks like
very
it's
lined
spaced
up.
right.
No. Mine does. Mine's not. Look at this.
Oh, no?
OCD right to its finest. Look at this. Can you see that? Can you see
They're
that?
not straight.
The
they're not
space
straight,
in the
eh?
middle. The
Yeah,
space
yeah,
going
yeah,
up the center.
Yeah, you've got the
Really?
division.
Ouch. Ouch, whoever did this. So
Rick's
I
got
can go
it too, though.
vertically. I can go
Yeah,
vertically,
it
but
goes
I
side to
can't go.
side.
I can build vertically, but not horizontally.
Yeah.
So even trying to put
There,
I
that
don't
on.
know. I did 4.
No, you can't go horizontal. Turn it. Yeah, now try.
What do you mean? Going like this?
Yeah,
Well,
you
you can't
can't go-
cover that space.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. They should just all be spaced out.
It's not an even. Yeah, this is not 5
Yeah.
spacing.
Can you go off
And
the side then at least?
It's like 4.5 or something.
Yeah, you can go horizontal, vertical, Kev. He did it
Well,
So
already.
you
go off
can't
the
go up.
side.
So you can only go too wide here, too wide here,
Yeah.
too wide here. You,
Oh, that's poopy.
yeah.
Take what you can get. It's a novel idea.
Yeah, they didn't follow any kind of actual Lego math there to make that work.
I can click it to the handle.
If Lego
and,
had made this, they would have put a little more thought into it and make, for Lego math to work.
Does Lego do novelty items like that?
Some, but it's mostly third party who makes it with their brand.
So Lego makes a Lego cup, but it is a Lego minifigure cup.
Oh, okay.
Like this size.
Oh, it's a full rounded one with the little. Yeah, it's a red cup. Yeah.
And they have made it safe. It's BPA
So
approved.
you mean it's full size mini figure cup?
That's right. It's a Lego figure cup, but for child size. I don't know if they make an adult size mug, but it's more like
child size. Okay.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this would be ideal to try and mock a gauntlet out of, or whatever, those big stein, a big stein,
like a beer stein. You probably could, because if you think, Kevin, if you build out, then you've got normal brick, probably, whatever you call it. Like
I'm thinking about gluing on.
Probably, yeah, that'd be better.
I don't. If you just ignore this side and this side and stick with this, you're fine. Because this all works. They've done everything right here. They've done everything right here.
That looks true. Because like if you,
I would just ignore that altogether.
Plate there on mine with the plate.
The question is that does that whole side lengthwise equal bricks if you connect the front and the back part of it? Do you know what I mean? Like that spacing is that
here to here?
Yeah. If you were to do a long one, would it actually connect and you could skip that whole side altogether? Do you have a 1x7/8 kind of thing, or 1x6?
Like a tall brick,
like a long brick.
Well, I got. Let's see.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's 5 or 6 high. It's a perfect match.
So you could literally build around that.
So you could,
like that.
You can work around that easy.
There you go. That's what I mean.
Nice.
So there you go. Now you're.
By the way, that was the chess set extras.
I was thinking this would be where your snot brick techniques would all come into play.
Oh god.
Yeah. Some people are just so all about the snot bricking, you know what I mean?
I like the idea of putting my initials on it or something.
Yeah, you could do that. If ABC doesn't
really
work,
yeah. Especially because it's blue.
Yeah, actually it's not, and of course it stands out on my white desk.
That totally makes me want to put a double H on mine.
Do it.
So Lego made dots for a reason, right?
I went out hunting, and I do this every year. I've done it for about 5 years straight because I know if you look before the first, you can find stores that will break. It's not even street date. Lego does not put a street date. They rarely ever do not put on shelf before crap, and they tend to only do that to themselves because they have no way of enforcing it really anywhere else.
All right,
I'm always trying to hunt down stuff. And I went out for breakfast with my buddy. We hit Toys R Us. We hit Masterminds. We hit everything we could. And I was striking out for about 5 hours until I come back to my neck of the woods because he's in Scarborough. Until I came back to my area in the afternoon. So this is already 5-6 hours later. Picked up my package. And then I'm going around the store just, hey, this and that. And I kid you not, one each. I was looking for 3 sets, and I got 2 of them. So the Battle Pack, which, by the way, that's one of my early collections. This was one of the first things I started collecting after the TIE Fighters and after the X-Wings, the Battle Packs, because they're just small, cheap little things. I could sit and watch TV, build them on a TV tray. I have every Battle Pack ever made, bar none, going all the way back. And in some cases, many multiples. But I just love these little things.
Is this that one?
Yeah. Is this new?
And that one from a year ago that was like $30
no, the
more.
Bubble Pack. The Bubble Pack you just got.
Isn't that a promotional thing?
Okay, well, I'll pull it down. And
it can't be too promotional. He's got 2 of them. I don't got any.
That was half. Yeah, no kidding. It's
but
definitely
I saw
different.
that one today. I thought I saw that one today.
So
what's the name? What's the name on there? Right.
Well, this one is 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack.
Okay, 501. Yeah.
So those are a year ago. The one Mandar Productions takes credit for. Much larger set with an elaborate build. This is a very small build.
So are those named characters then?
They're just Clone Troopers and a leader.
Right. The 501s are named, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Whereas the other guys are just generic troopers.
I think one in that pack is named.
One is named. Okay.
They're gonna do that to us now.
Of course.
They're gonna
This
One
is
in
the
every.
one Kevin, you're talking about this one?
Yeah, what's the difference there between that one and that one? Anything?
Is that accessories?
I don't know the differences between phase 1, phase 2, and all that. And you get 3 figures in this, 4 figures in this, and
Probably the same price point.
I want to say $18 to $20.
No
This
way.
one, 15-ish.
Okay.
This was cheaper for sure.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
and I think this one's exclusive to the Lego stores. I think
That's what
I
it
don't
was.
think this has been anywhere else. This, of course, in Walmart. But there was
There was a
one, and it
slightly-
was discarded in front of like some other
Oh.
crap.
But the
So
build
that's
is
new.
different.
That's
And you get,
that's the next year's set, and
Okay.
even 2023 even.
they almost looked. I would have took them as the same thing right there.
I almost missed it completely because it was literally in front of other battle packs.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually in front of the one I bought a lot of for the AT-AT that I'm going to use to fill out all the chairs. And then this one. I'm not a Micro Fighters guy, but
Oh, interesting. They did a little one, eh?
yeah.
That was the other one I got the other day.
Now I could have gotten all of these apparently 4 days ago at one of my local.
That's what it looks
Walmarts.
like built. Nice.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
Yeah, I
awesome.
got it the other day there and did a
The
stream.
last
of
time I
it.
bought a Micro
For my
Fighter was a
birthday.
Mastermind
Nice.
early pickup. It's like I don't buy them, I don't build them, but if I see it, and it's like okay, hey, it's a week earlier, it's 2 weeks earlier, whatever, I buy
But
them.
I wasn't happy with the figure.
It's
Is
not
it
as good.
unique or not unique?
Hey, GLS. He's
Because I'm
got,
not sure.
the
I haven't
tan-
been up on this. Like, did they make anything unique about? Oh, it's all black. Oh, this is Fat Boba.
I'm trying to show you.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
in, yeah.
It's Fat Boba. So this is a new figure then.
So it's the new
Yeah, I
one for
don't-
the Mandalorian series, or Book of
Book of
Boba?
Boba, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not too bad, but I don't like the tan or the sand green and the black. It just doesn't.
The
It
green
same
doesn't
with
look
the
right.
Jet Pod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't look right. Yeah.
Mm.
Is
But
that a
it's a
see-through
figure-
visor
but
or
this-
printed?
But this continues the tradition of me buying Micro Fighters that I don't actually ever do anything.
He does
with,
have some
so.
good characteristics on his face, like from the Book of Boba. But what were you asking about the mask?
Is it see-through or is it printed?
No, it's all complete print.
Printed.
In Lego, it's always been solid.
always
They have
solid?
not done a. So what you'd be talking about would be a dual mold.
Do they have
haven't
that?
done
Yeah.
one for Boba Fett. That'd be kind of
No.
cool if they did a trans smoke,
Right?
All
That-
print.
or
That'd probably be
something.
a-
They haven't
end up
done
being
it
a
yet
custom.
for Boba Fett helmets. We got a dual mold in I think the X-wing fighter helmet, the pilot helmet.
They
And
had
it's
it too?
nice,
Yeah.
but the helmet's too big, right? I mean, that's one problem. Yeah, it's great. It's a great helmet, but now it's too big. I was hoping, of course, to get the Tide Bomber. That's what I really went out for, right?
Is it out?
That's-
Yeah.
It can be found. I did not find it. So
Bomber.
on the first, I
I'll
don't know
keep
if
an
I
eye
need
out.
to stay up to New Year's Eve. Oh no, because all I'm going to do is, if
And
if
they're nice and
January
tight.
1st, if January 1st they're going to do that promotion to get the Blacktron set, I still need to buy something, and that's absolutely something I want. And if that's out on the 1st, that gets me closer.
So will they
Um,
actually do a release date of the first while everybody's off?
Lego
for
don't
New Year's Day?
care. Lego
don't care?
doesn't care.
Yeah.
They do it online, right?
I guess they want
They don't care
everybody
if the
home to
store is
buy, right?
closed. Yeah. They'll just rack up the orders. When anyone shows up at work, they'll start dropping them in. They don't care.
That's it. Yeah.
Lego's a different beast than everyone else. They don't. I mean, why wouldn't you work harder to have these out before Christmas for everybody, not just for a handful of stores in North America?
Yeah.
Most of us are going to get these after Christmas, right? It's just the way it is. Lego don't care because people will still buy it. Because hey, what's the most depressing thing? I'm walking through Walmart or Lego, not Lego store. Lego store's still well stocked now, pretty much everything. But you walk through Walmart to Toys R Us, and then what do you see? Half the shelves empty. That's the worst.
That must be because
See,
you're in GTA. Down this way, the shelves are stocked, like stocked. of Lego and
Well,
Toys R
dude,
Us and everything.
that's the thing. We got all these Walmarts and Toys R Us around us here in Toronto. And it's
You
like,
getting picked clean, eh?
oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it only gets worse because here's the thing. So you're getting a lot of people who get gift cards. Hey, here's a Walmart card. Here's a Toys R Us card. Here's a whatever card.
Yeah.
So what do? You rush out those first days or two right after Christmas. There was nothing
Gone.
to buy, so you end up buying a lot of stuff you probably wouldn't have touched because you got that gift card in your hand.
You know what's funny to see?
About that.
You know what's funny to see on the 27th? Everybody returning stuff back to the stores. Carts and carts of people leaving.
Yeah.
I know the parking lot, just trains of cars, people taking everything back. I'm like, yep, there's kids who didn't like their gifts. It's kind of funny. So what are you thinking? Were you gonna do all your dinky cars on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? What are you gonna do?
Day, I don't know what time. I took the poll down, but
After lunch?
um,
Because you got to have breakfast, relax, find a room on your desk.
oh no, this desk will be clear.
I know you'll be full of cars by the time you're done.
Well, it'll take me an hour just to put all the cars out.
How many do you think? How many do you have? 100, 200, 300?
I think 150.
Oh.
I think 150 now.
And you still have the ones locked up in your car builds too. You have the big
Only one
locked
now.
up.
No, this is the only one
That's
now.
it. That's the last one. All out.
I
That's
did the
good.
Bone Shaker and I did the Roger Dodger.
Nice.
So it's just this, and I guess I'll end up pulling that out before I end up actually building it. That or I wait. It's one or the other, but I don't.
Well,
see why.
you're gonna have a Bigfoot on its own, aren't you? Anyway,
I've got
in one of the
at
sets.
least-
No.
I've got at least one Bigfoot somewhere.
Yeah, so it'd be all right. That's just a generic.
I did find one. I can't remember if it looks as good as the one that's in here. I think this one is like the perfect Bigfoot to match that, which is nice.
Yeah. It's one for one copy. Yeah.
Yeah, and it does because some of the Bigfoots are ridiculous looking. Oh
The
my god!
the graffiti one and all the
I
rest.
don't like when they do the dirt effects on the tires.
Yeah. The dirty.
brown shit on the tires, like or sand or whatever. Their stupid paint gimmick is. Like, don't do this. When Mega did that with one of the Warthog sets, the Arctic set, and they put like a snow effect on the red figures, they put it on their legs. It's like
the dirty feet, right? Yeah.
yeah. Why are you doing that? Why?
They had a red version, a blue version, some yellow as well, and I think I have all those guys in a lot that I got. But you're right; it just looks dirty. Like they don't look clean at all. So that'll be fun. Again,
that's my final haul for the year, or at least the final thing I'm doing.
At the last minute, right there.
I mean,
jeez.
I mean, there's some stuff on the floor I ain't pulling out. There's stuff tomorrow I know I'm getting, but it's like, nah.
So are you,
I don't know, and I don't know when the next one will be. It depends if I get anything from January 1st from Lego. Otherwise, I don't know what.
Are you going to do all new builds, like all building in 2023, or a little mix of everything again, like 2022? Like straight building for a while, or
what? I will continue to build as often as time allows.
Because you got a lot of themes, themes.
But this is working really good building the cars.
Yeah.
Because first, even like right now, I'm only using of that little spot you saw. I'm only using maybe kind of half that space, not even. So much more room. It can get to a point where it's going to look junky, but I can absolutely pack a lot more cars in there before I feel, ooh, I need to do something to make more space. Like,
yeah, you'll end up making it look like a garage setup. Like,
right now, I even spread out the small, Speed Champion scale stuff. Now, if I run out of space, if I want to consolidate, I'll mix all the manufacturers, put them side by side. I mark them on the bottom, so I'm never going to screw up what belongs to what. But I like this is working really good, and the fact that I was able to do it so easily too. Like I moved the stuff out of just the top of the cabinet, put it in the DTOF, and that's all I really did. I just moved it sideways, and I just started putting the cars in last night. Like, look, with no effort, everything fits so nice. I did one cheat: the DeLorean. The big stick that comes out, the charging stick. Well, in the movie, there's a scene where they pull the car up and they take that lightning rod thing off of the side of the car.
Yeah.
So I more or less gimmicked it onto the car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I put it on the back. It's like, you know what? That was a perfect solution to make it fit where I wanted it to fit for now. Because I didn't want it sticking up another 6 inches.
And technically it's canon, so you're good to go.
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, no, it worked out okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's nice.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that because he couldn't drive down the road with it, and he had to get to assemble it.
Yeah, I think in the movie they make it like
Made it look like a bit of a chore, actually. Yeah.
And it's a big, heavy, concoction. But it's like, yeah, it just
Did that set come? Did that set come with Mr. Fusion or no? The little white.
It's got,
did it come
it's
with
got
it?
a little fusion thing. So of the 3 builds you can do, if you do the secondary build, you put the fusion one on top.
Nice.
And I didn't bother with that. So
no, the first one's the iconic one.
Not yet.
Speaking of giant antennas, you know, bull whips or whatever they are for CB antennas.
Yeah. The Jeep radios, guys love that. Yeah.
So where I live, the rural area I live in, it's like farmer, regular person, old corner store, old restaurant, farmer.
Kevin's the regular person.
I see a guy going down
Farmville.
the road.
He's the regular person.
No joke. It's Farmville 101 here, but like a guy's going down the road and there's this whip and I can see it out my second story window, and I'm like, no, that's not a whip. He's hitting the power lines.
No way.
You know how the power line goes across the road to a house or whatever? He's hitting the power lines with his thing, and I'm like, what are you
That's
doing?
the new electric car. He's just running off of the city power.
He thinks he's a street car.
He's a street car.
Knocking the ice
That's
down.
crazy. Well, technically, he's insulated. He won't short out anything.
But he had like 4 or 5 whips, but he just had that one just right up there.
Wow, there's somebody waiting for the end of the world.
He's got it that high. Yeah. Why doesn't he just
the highs and lows of the land? I can't blame him. The highs and lows of the land.
It's that bad, eh?
He probably has a farm, down at the bottom of the hill, but his field's up here. He can't reach the guy on the other side of the field to tell him to get in. There's a storm coming.
Wow, that's interesting.
Like, we don't have prairies, but
how long range are those CB radios? Like, if we've got the
far enough, they work pretty damn good. Yeah,
far enough. And if you get a power amp and you put the right crystals in there, you could drown out everybody in the area. Because my dad,
really,
where I
grew up, Kyber crystal, you can
No, but my dad would sit there, and we had like a 100-foot tower. And I don't know how our landlord even
100-foot tower. Oh,
dude, and I don't know how he did. He was afraid of heights like me, but he was drunk when he did it. I know he was, and he had a few friends help him out.
So you had a ham radio, or what?
Triangle tower,
Yeah, the old school one.
And I tell you, right up in the sky, and then the crystals he put in his radio when he was going. He would affect everyone's TV in the area. Like, back in those days, it was something else.
That's awesome.
But he eventually, he got pinched. Someone eventually ratted him out.
Yeah, you can't use ham.
Because it's not hard to get caught when you're screwing around with the frequencies. And
they can actually track you.
Oh, they track you easy.
So easy.
It's easy.
Yeah, they can tell. As soon as they ping you, they can tell where the signal strength is coming.
Guys, don't forget, this was the time frame where anything you did wrong was just like a slap on the wrist, get going, and don't do that again.
And became illegal like 10 years later.
There you go. Yeah, because now there's rules for everybody with that, right?
Oh yeah.
But that's the era I grew up in. I loved it. I mean, he had one in the truck and he had one at home. Oh, it was great. Depending on where he was, like I could talk to him, like. That's the greatest.
So what did he use it for? What was the purpose for him?
He was a truck driver. He was a truck driver. So for him, it was just continuing the hobby off, when he wasn't driving the trucks. And when he went from long haul to local, it really changed everything. Yeah. Because you're definitely using that tech a lot less. But he spent a lot of time with those old Motorola's and everything. And that was just a great time. I feel
my dad got it. My dad got into these. When he was 4x4, and when he's 4x4 and he goes through the bush and stuff like that, and all of a sudden you don't see that guy that was at the end of the line, so you have to find a way to get a hold before cell phones, right? Like Motorola, 1 in 100 people had a cell phone back then, so everybody had the radios.
Yeah, I mean, for the time, it just made sense. It was just a really good way to.
I remember using our Cobra walkie-talkies, my G.I. Joe Cobra walkie-talkies, to radio my dad when he was out playing with his friends in his truck.
Dude, that was one of the first. That walkie-talkie, the G.I. Joe Square one, I still have them. That was one of the first things we ever got that was walkie-talkie, and it worked so good.
I got one, and I don't think it works, but I still have it.
Yeah, I had like a 60-channel Tandy walkie-talkie set that my dad had bought me. Because he
Legit.
didn't. Because yeah, but that's
That
it.
was
I'm
legit.
sure I thought it was junk at the time, but
No.
it's like, here, son, be careful with this.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
heavy, right? It was really heavy. This
Wow.
wasn't the plastic jobbies, and you could tell there was a good metal frame and there was some good weight to it. 2 or 3 dials on it. And you could
Just the battery alone was probably.
I never
half
took
weight
to it
that
the way
thing.
he had hoped I would, but he, with the ham radio stuff, like he was talking to people around the world, not just
Yeah.
TV garbage.
Yeah, shortwave, right?
Yep, and like it was something else. It's really sad when it died out because he really got a lot of enjoyment.
Well, don't
from
worry.
doing
One of
that.
these days, that'll be the technology of the day again. The way things are shaping up.
Yeah, you only need a couple good EMPs to wipe everyone out, and people will be
I-
sitting there like, "Who knows how to make a radio?"
But not
You
even
know?
just not even just
Those
an EMP.
people will.
But Rick, you guys remember the sun can just fart and we're done. It just needs
Well, it
one
does all the
big
time.
blast.
And we
Right?
complain,
All those
"Oh,
satellites.
signals went out." But you see, it really does help, and they're doing a lot to shield these things now too. Like
They're
every
trying,
time, every time Elon he put another 58 of them up there in the sky yesterday
for the 40 that went down. The
whatever.
yeah.
But it's like every time he sends them up, they're better.
Oh yeah.
And they're just getting better and better. And I know there's a lot of countries and a lot of businesses around the world who are really going, will you stop saying those fucking things up? Because I mean, people don't realize. I mean, he's basically self-financed at this point. He's putting this crap up. No one can really stop him. And even if they said you can't do it in the States, he'll just go somewhere else, buy an island, send it up there.
Yeah,
you can't really stop him at this point.
Have you guys seen the picture of the Earth and how it actually looks with all the satellites around it?
No. Probably nothing in
Google it. Google what the Earth actually looks like right now with the thousands and thousands of satellites, active and inactive.
Why do we need so many?
We look like a piece of junk in space, literally, like a trash can. It looks so bad. Like, the picture that National Geographic puts up and whatever, you got that beautiful pristine blue.
See, I have to wonder how legit that picture is, because here's the thing.
Well, there's a lot of space junk up there, right?
Well, no, but here's the thing. Who's sending the picture? Because here's the thing. NASA will.
Well, it's a representation, right? Right.
Okay. Well, that's a thing. Then it's not. That's just.
So they're tracking. So
that's
NASA
just a CD. That's just a generated.
But wait, NASA has to, because they have to send their guys up through the windows of no space junk. They have to track every little piece of space junk up there.
Yes.
Right. Because one little thing's a nut or a bolt will rip through the space shuttle or rockets or whatever. So when you think about it, it must be a junkyard up there, because as soon as one satellite gets decimated, you've got about 1,000 pieces now flying in every direction, right?
So what? They have to shoot.
The gravity ends up pulling this stuff. A lot of it down, and it just burns in the atmosphere.
Oh, you hope.
Outer space, we have to shoot a rocket. Like through an electric screen of destruction, and if we hit one nail, we're just
pretty much.
When we won't notice it until we get like halfway to where we need to go, and then we'll realize, oh shit, something here's this, and we don't have this, so now we can't do that. And
look at this space.
Look at the Russian capsule. The Russian capsule was damaged.
Yeah.
And I loved it because I'm sitting there like, oh damn, and it's like. I love how itchy everyone is with the Russians right now. So it's like they're up there on the ISS and they had to go and take a look at the outside of the Russian capsule. It's like, guys, it's kind of really beat up.
Kevin, if you think about it, that space station is traveling. I forget what the number is, but it's like 1,000 kilometers an hour or something like that, right? It literally the solar panels are like paper thin. All those space capsules, like you said, the Russian one got hit by the size of what? A pea. Was it a nut or bolt? Was it a chunk of something? You just don't know.
And from my understanding, in space where there is no gravity or resistance, nothing slows down unless it has something like a booster to slow it down. So if there's a nut traveling, it's just going to keep going until it hits something. It's just going to keep speeding up. That's from what I understand.
That's exactly. So yeah, unless something opposite, like the power opposite to it,
magnetic or otherwise, there's no fluidic resistance in space.
So as it bounces off other space junk, it's just going to change direction, right? And transfer the energy to the other thing,
from what I understand.
But that's just basic physics. Yeah, it's just basic physics with no resistance. So you got no air resistance, you got no external power, like anything gravity, it's not really affecting it. If it does, like Crick said, it burns up in the atmosphere and bye-bye.
And
That's what they expect you
something
to.
like an explosion would be an implosion because it never expand. Your explosion would never expand. It would always be internal. So if you had something, no matter what size it was, and there was an explosion, it would just go and vaporize.
So think of it like that. There's no fire in space, right? There's no oxygen.
That's
However,
what I'm saying. No oxygen.
if the space capsule blew up, it would be literally the pressure from inside of the capsule, like a plane, right? The pressure would just blow it up.
Crush
it. Completely densify it into an unknown object. Yeah, I think
like
so.
for blowing. So the only reason you get things blowing out is because you've got air pressure blowing it out.
Pressure making the cabin pressurized.
Yeah, exactly.
In which case, if there was a hole big enough for you to get sucked towards, you would be turned into hamburger meat on the other side of that.
That's the Alien movie that you're thinking of.
It sucks the air through your body so fast, like a straw.
You're gone. Yeah.
They can't identify you.
You're done.
That's what I'm understanding. Yeah, I don't like space.
So it's actually sucking. So what's funny is that it's actually sucking you out. But Kevin, you're right. It's actually sucking you out, like through a straw. Yeah. It's not blowing. You're not getting blown out. You're getting sucked out, right? Because of the pressure.
Well, okay. So if the cabin wasn't already pressurized for our atmosphere, it would implode the whole thing when it broke open. But because there's a device inside that allows that not to happen instantly, it will emit the pressure so that hole can be fixed before all. But if all that pressure escapes, it implodes on itself, and everybody inside gets squished to nothing.
You can imagine the accidents that we've never been hurt.
The terror that people must have before they go up there, and the PSD they get when they come back. There's no way.
Who knows?
Well, just think, India and China have space programs. What has happened on some of their missions that no one knows about? Right?
Well, just the rockets, right? Just the rockets blowing up.
The
on
rockets,
the pad,
the ships, you know.
I don't
because even Elon had a steep learning curve with his. What did they?
Dude, he still has crap that blew up this year.
Yeah,
So it's like getting on an Elon ship is not a guarantee you're going to survive the trip.
That unmanned returning to the ground for reuse, right? Reuse is like holy shit. Now that's like a feat that they should have been.
Oh no, he's brilliant in the fact he did it so fast and so cheap compared to NASA, who never pulled it off.
Well. Let's remember
in that mode. Right?
But let's remember what NASA is.
You see how it goes flying around.
It comes down on an angle and then straightens out.
Itself.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't do it right away. Like it's almost the last minute when it does it. Like,
but it did it.
And he's done it a number of times. So I mean,
I know. Well, I think that's.
So wait a minute. That's you're thinking the ones on land, whatever. What about the pads out in the ocean? The pad. That he's landing on in the middle of the water.
That was the best way to test it. You don't want that near anybody.
No kidding. Well, he's had the few that blew up on the pad, but it goes out in the water.
But to land on but of course they do it in ideal conditions, ideal wind, no turbulence on the water. I mean, they're not dumb, but that is an amazing feat to take something like that and put it down.
Flip it upright and set it down at terminal.
And it does it like last minute, doesn't it? Like last like couple hundred meters.
That's what I'm saying.
It like flips and then just bam.
I thought, oh, here's another one, and it just like.
Yeah.
This is where the math nerds have won because that's the most efficient thing you can do because everyone else, we've all played Lunar Lander and you're sitting there and all the energy you waste. The fact that they do it last minute.
The funny part is what you're doing right now is how they did it.
Oh yeah, because literally I got a bottle of water.
The bottle flip. They did it. They're like, wait, the bottle flip. Everybody doing the bottle flip. That's what gave them the idea on how to make that rocket do that and land.
Really? Eh? So
that's how they did it. That's what they said. That's what they said. The bottle flip.
Interesting.
The bottle flip.
Yeah, the stupid game that took over.
They rocket a ballast from one end to the other, flipping it over, and that's how they get
it. The ship rights itself,
and then they drop the weight back down quickly, and
how easy is it for a computer to figure out the equilibrium?
That's the thing,
right?
The machine
computer
can. That's the best part. Yeah.
If Elon Musk is typing it in, it's nothing. No.
Well, that's the thing. He's the first to admit he's not the smartest guy. He just knows how to find the talent.
There's a video of somebody talking about cooling and using the heat from something to do it.
Wait, that's
and you guys like, wait a minute.
We should do that to the whole rocket and not just the booster.
Why haven't we been doing it?
Yeah, it was an interviewer or a YouTuber who made him think like.
And then the next one, he's like, "Yeah,
dawned
on me the last time I was talking to you, right then and there." So we did that, and that actually worked. Yeah, I see that clip a lot. Yeah, I like that.
And where else does that happen? And then someone basically shuts up that person, like, "Oh, that can't work," or we just have to admit to this clear lack of intelligence.
And all the guy said was. All the interviewers said was, "Oh, that's just for the boosters, right?" And Elon went,
"Oh, wait a minute, it could work for the other, right?"
Wait, yeah. Now but he's in an interview, so he's got to think about what he's supposed to be saying. But at the same time, he's going over like this mathematical equation,
which clearly he is smart enough to understand the science. Like,
but isn't it funny?
Work too.
But wasn't it funny that he's like, "We should have been doing that." He literally went light bulb. He's like, "We should have been doing that. Why didn't we think of that?" Right?
Yeah, the filament definitely heated up there for him. That was awesome.
I think history is going to look at him pretty, with pretty, what's the word?
Although
pretty fondly.
You'll be a little statue of him somewhere. In Elon we trust. Let's go.
Yeah, right up until the point someone finds that little bit of dirt on him. And it'll be like, oh, in the early 2000s, he took over Twitter.
No, it had something to do with Amber Heard, but nobody even cares. It's okay.
Oh no, he did. He had a fling with her. Nobody cares about that kind of stuff.
Do you know the thing? Do you know the thing with him and Amber Heard? He's got one of her.
I don't know.
It was when she was dating Johnny Depp.
Got one of her embryo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Now he officially told her it's been terminated, but.
He has one of her. That's
if
funny.
He's got
she
one
doesn't.
Of her
she
embryos.
doesn't do it.
What else does
I'm
he
sorry.
have?
I just watched Aquaman the other day too. She doesn't do it.
Oh no, she's no good for that. Yeah.
And now they've seen what kind of human being she is. She's even less attractive now.
I wouldn't have liked her before, anyways.
If you hear some of the audio that Johnny Depp recorded of her, wow!
I watched so much of the trial. And probably half of my YouTube stuff was watching guys who are watching the trial.
Yeah.
Just a horrible human being. And I'm not, pro Depp. I like Depp. I really do. But
see, I was never a fan of Depp
kind
either.
Of everything.
But when this whole thing came out, I was like instantly I was like, no way. I can't see I don't like the guy. Like he's not my favorite, but I don't hate him or nothing. Like don't
he's no saint. He's no saint. And
no one ever is.
And literally right now.
That's the best part. He admits to all of it.
If he
like, oh yeah, I abuse drugs and alcohol, and I hurt myself, and I scream obscenity.
Kev,
but I'm a human being.
He's now been called out. He said if he changed his ways, he would have like Pirates of the Caribbean again, and all Hollywood would be like, yes, sir, we'll take you back. But his asinine character and all the stuff that everybody knows him for outside of that is keeping him from future roles in Hollywood. Everybody's like, no, we know how bad he is. Producers and directors are like, no, thanks. We don't want to deal with
but he's not chasing it. He doesn't want it.
He doesn't care. He's
playing his guitar.
Yeah.
He is so happy. He's been happy doing that for a decade.
He plays with a Rolling Stone and who else? I forget who the other guy is.
Well, it's a group of other celebrity musicians. So it's like
the old guys. He's living life.
Yeah, he's living life. This is what you do when you got money,
Yeah. And I'm sure he still gets
cruise and you buy jets and you learn to fly them, or you go hang out with other celebrities and make music no one listens to. You just
I think Amber just picked the wrong guy to screw with.
Well, he just fought back. He didn't let her walk over.
I think she had this like it was part of her plan to begin with to try and screw somebody over, anyways. And she was just a vicious person. She got caught with her own pants down.
Well, she didn't realize that her life would be put on trial, right? Like
caught with her pants down.
Technically, because didn't she cheat with Elon on him when they were together? Right? Is that what they caught? Technically. Yeah, that was one. They had the video of them on an elevator together. Her and Elon.
Was that Elon? I thought that was.
Yeah, that was Elon. No, it was Elon Musk.
There was him, Elon, and another guy.
Yeah, the other one.
The other guy he wasn't making out with. She was just whispering and stuff to him. But Elon was like ropey a little bit with. I thought.
Hey, I get it. You got a chance at Elon. You're looking at his money and everything. And this is even 5-10 years ago.
Well, imagine if she tried to get with him to like blackmail him or something, right? Like, wouldn't take much, right? Or even have a kid with them. Holy smokes! That'd be a
You know
payday
what?
for
I
life.
don't think blackmail would ever work with Elon because I watched him come
Oh,
out on
no.
Joe Rogan's show one time
Yeah.
when someone was trying to do something, and you know what? He went on Joe Rogan's show and he just beat it. He went out ahead of it.
You got
Well, it's
ahead of
just
it.
like
Yeah.
Amber basically approached Elon and says, "Come on now, like I gave you an embryo. I thought we were buddies and like we had an understanding." And they did date in the past. That's a thing apparently. That's why they had their affair.
So it wasn't the first time then. Yeah.
So, and he was always in communications with her from what I've heard on the trials and whatnot. But she's like, "You owe me a solid yada, yada, yada." And he's like, "Yes, okay, yeah, I'll come to trial." Then when he found out what she was literally, okay, like they were, what do they call that they're not supposed to do to their people? They're not supposed to coach them before trial or whatever. So in the coaching, Elon's like, "No, I'm not helping you. I'm out. I'm not even going to."
Oh, they were trying to influence the testimony.
He's like,
Oh,
"Nope,
no.
I'm not doing it. I'm not lying. Nope, nope.
There you go.
I'll
There you
stand
go.
trial, but I won't lie for you." And they said, "Okay, get the hell out of here."
Wow.
Yeah. That's
even
Could
Amber's
you imagine
lawyer,
that would dirty his name, perjuring himself.
even Amber's
in a trial,
lawyers
right?
were like diehard Depp fan. That broad was like a fangirl of Johnny Depp.
Kevin, there's a
In
picture of her
crowd.
getting his
They have her in the
Yeah,
crowd,
in a
holding
crowd.
signs way before any of this.
Really?
He is a fan.
Rick, you said you listened to that
Sheesh.
trial.
I
That was
did listen to a lot
horrible.
of it. There's still
There's
a
a
lot.
lot
Watch
of
all
horrible.
stipulations
Yeah.
That
they
lawyer
have
was
on.
bad.
Oh,
Like they were laughing at
Really,
that
the
lawyer.
lawyer should have excluded herself. Actually,
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, because
because you don't want to be the lawyer for your client, and then you're the
Against
reason
your fan.
You're
And
well.
I honestly believe
just-
that lawyer
you-
took
you
it. because
put
he's like,
your
"Johnny
client in a
Depp?
bad
Yeah, I'll do the trial.
light.
I don't care. Amber's gonna lose. Who fucking cares? Like, I'll do it." That's what she. That's what.
Like the
she was
bombs,
spitting
the
any
mistakes.
lie that Amber would feed her.
Well, the thing is, though,
Right.
even the mistakes, the defense attorneys, they were part of that trial. They were showing the defense was like, did they just say what we wanted them to say and they screwed up?
Every
Yay! Like they were
Yeah.
turning around and giving like basically high fiving each other, like, yeah, they fucked up, but yay, they did it again. Like that's just bad.
People will be studying that case for a long
Probably.
time on what
Probably.
to do and not do.
Amber's sister is sitting in the crowd, just on Johnny's side, just staring at her sister like
You
every once in a
dumbass.
while,
Yeah,
shaking
that's
her
what they were
head,
all
like,
looking at her like.
Every time Amber spoke, her sister was like. So it was like, and people, and they were, the cameramen were reading this shit. They were like,
Oh yeah. Take a look.
pointing at the other, no, they were. I know they were because they were all communicating and shit. It was great. I love that. I love those trials. I never liked that stuff. Like I said, not a fan of Johnny Depp or anything, but like saying a man hurt you when he didn't, yeah, get out of here. Someone needs to hurt her.
So did you see the newest agreement though? So they
No.
settled now for like $1 million or something.
Yeah, she's not countersuing for defamation because of what he
Oh,
said. The couple of things
no,
that he said.
She
can't.
can't
gave up.
afford to
She's
keep
not
going
gonna afford
down
it
this
anyway.
rabbit hole.
Yeah,
She already
And
gave away all her
he-
money and claimed to
And
give it to
he
charity.
only wanted a judgment. He didn't care about the money.
nope, not one bit. Yeah, he won't collect it. He'll be like,
He's
whatever.
got a judgment that basically says he's not half the prick that she has accused him of being. So
Well, and
that's
then
what he wanted.
she effed up by saying she was going to donate to charity and never did it.
Yeah, that tell you. Well, that's
Well, I
what she
had to
did
pay
with
my
his money
lawyer.
the last time, right?
Yeah.
The money he had given her. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
she didn't donate the money she was supposed to.
Which then she got some money from Elon to
That's
make
what
a
it
payment.
was. Yeah.
And then she got money
I'm
from
sure.
Elon to make one of those payments. Then they brought that back up in court. Oh, but you got the money, but you didn't pay the charities. You paid a percentage, a very, very low percentage. Well, I'm making payments. That's not what you told everyone you were going to do. So why'd you do
Yeah.
that?
I'm sure her lifestyle has changed drastically because she can't afford that kind of
Really?
stuff anymore.
Oh no.
Can't afford bruise cover up.
Oh, what was that? Who died?
Barbara Walters passed away.
No way.
Barbara Walters?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
The
my
the
goodness.
soccer star
Yeah.
Pele also passed
Pele
away.
went.
That's that time when everybody's keeling over. Barbara
Yeah, I
Walters
know.
gone, eh?
What
Wow.
was her last gig? The View?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
she was
about-
doing the show with the ladies.
Yeah, that got out
And
of
even
hand.
then, I don't know when the last time she was actually on it. But
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I stopped watching that.
I think everybody was getting in trouble on that show for
well,
their
she
commentary.
had to be 80, right?
Oh, at least. Oh, we can look
At
that up in
least.
2 seconds.
Wow.
Let's see. It says she was 1929, so that puts her at what? Almost 90 years. Holy smokes! Look at that.
She was born
87?
the same year as sliced bread.
Oh, 93. She's 93. Wow, I got that wrong. Yeah, 93 years old. So yeah, she lived her life.
So she was a year old when they or no. Sliced bread was around for a year before she was born.
1929, yeah. 93 years old. Oh man.
Well, that was a decision in her being made. It's like, okay, we've already made the machine that'll slice the bread for us. Now we got time to make out.
The buns are in the oven. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I got one here. You're gonna name it Barbara.
Oh, Barbara Wawa. A lot of people, I'm not even sure how that caught on for a while. People were making fun of her name, Barbara Wawa, because that's just
Probably,
something I remember from my childhood hearing a lot.
Yeah, probably something a child said at one point.
You know what's crazy is that there's these huge personalities, dying off, and then you think about what the next generation that's coming up now through what's going to be the top names, these TikTokers and other
YouTubers,
gamers and YouTubers. Like this is not.
Well, it's I watch Logan Paul a lot.
Okay,
ups and downs, right? I've been watching him, and
yeah,
the last few weeks have been a lot of downs. CoffeeZilla came out with a 3-piece video on
what happened?
His second crypto thing. Logan Paul came out with his second crypto scheme, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it was a 3-part series CoffeeZilla put out. And if you don't know CoffeeZilla, you got to watch his stuff.
Okay.
Amazing in-depth
analysis of
investigation, analysis of all kinds of stuff. And he's all over the place. Really good stuff. I've clued into him.
So he figured out Logan Paul's a bunch of crap?
He did a lot of good investigative stuff. Okay. And he dug all this up, and I tell you, Logan Paul is just in a bad spot between this now and Logan Paul recently coming out against his own buddy on their own live stream, shitting on Christianity, whatever you think of religion or not. No. And it's not like Logan Paul's opinion has been a secret, or that it wasn't clear that his buddy George, he's one of the 3 guys always on the show, and they actually made him a part of the show, made him a part owner of it.
Yeah.
He's always worn his religion on his shoulder.
Okay.
And sometimes it's been about jokes, and they work with it. Part of the shtick.
But this time they shit on him, or what?
On the one episode.
Really bad?
I don't know what was up Logan's butt, but he just took a lot of shots at Christianity. And whatever you think or don't think about religion, you can't ignore 90% of the planet believes in something. Okay?
Oh, no. Okay? That's not good, buddy.
And be careful, what you do. So he's facing this front, the Christianity thing. Mm-hmm. He's facing the crypto zoos, crypto zoo, that thing going on. And I don't know if the WWE is still going to work with him or not in the new year. It'll be interesting because they were loving him.
He's supposed to be a wrestler.
Dude, they signed him to a multi-year deal. He's had 3 big matches, and they've been amazing. He is a natural.
He's a showman.
He blew out his leg at the big one. His knee, he's got multiple surgeries planned. I'm not sure he's done them yet. But you know what? As long as he wants to be a wrestler, it's there for him.
He had it.
But they may be hands off right now just because he's got to get some of this sorted. It's really ugly right now.
Do you think that some of the times these things are staged for such controversy to kind of prop up,
Well, that's the thing. Logan is a magnet.
Right,
but he's had so many of these. He had the suicide forest trip, which was a big mistake for him. Him and his crew go over.
The Japan
common place where people like to.
You are not allowed in. Yeah. Oh no.
Well, he went in there, but he went in there with a camera, jokingly saying, "Within 24 hours, he'll find someone." And dude, a few hours in, boom.
Oh.
And see that. And here's the problem: they stopped rolling.
Yeah.
Had a discussion. They turned back on the camera, went live with it, showed that footage. That was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Had they just stopped and called the authorities and left it at that,
but they actually showed
no harm, no foul. He cashed in for a moment. I'm getting this footage. I am that YouTuber.
So what platform allows this? What platform would allow it?
Well, being a top YouTuber who was,
so YouTube
supported and encouraged. Well, here's the thing. It was, you could say this is on a news level, this is on that level, whatever.
Yeah, if it
Yeah,
doesn't break
And then
the rules,
he takes it down, takes a shit kick, and re-uploads it an hour later. But the damage is done. His rep is hurt. He spends 2 years rebuilding, and he does this thing up and down, up and down. He f's up, comes down, works his way back up, and like every year.
There's
it's
no,
like, dude.
you know what? Honestly, when it comes to these like online personalities and stuff like that, I can't see somebody not guiding these people through that.
Well, here's
what's
the
it
thing.
called? Like
As
what's
bad
the
as
name?
it is, it's never really hurt him. He's lost like some sponsorships here and there, but what has it done? Every time, man, his audience is growing.
Grown, because he's even controversy or not, he's still getting views. He's still getting
the views.
followers.
And
So what's
bad
the
publicity is still publicity.
yeah? So publicist? That's it.
they're still
Publicist,
talking
agent.
about him.
They got to be
Yeah,
saying,
we're
hey,
talking
let's
about
do
him.
some, right?
So yeah, the year is ending. Who are they talking about? Andrew Tate getting arrested.
Oh, that's bad though.
No,
Dude.
no. Dude,
No.
you know how much this happens to him?
All
Are
the
you
time.
kidding?
All the
All the
time.
time.
it
Yeah,
should
but
happen.
what was it this
No.
time? What was
So
this?
this time-
trafficking and rape and
Human
something else.
trafficking, yeah, and
This has
whatever
been
else.
coming up and down, up and down, up and down.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's really weird with that one is
Him and his brother.
I still don't understand why every single online
Yikes.
platform dropped him like a rock without any
Yeah.
substantial,
Just for his views, just because of what he was saying.
which is
And
weird because
here's the thing: he grew faster than anybody has on these platforms ever.
oh yeah, because he was resonating with a lot of folks, a lot of
Yeah.
guys, right?
Yeah.
But I think is for him to get dropped and then giving him what was actually going on behind the scenes for every single financial institution, him getting kicked off money transfers, all the Facebook platforms, YouTube, Twitter, like all these platforms were usually like there's worse people on them still.
Oh yeah.
This is what I don't understand. So why was he the target? There's more to the story that we don't know.
Growth so fast because what was his next step? He's just going to get even bigger.
He's going to tell the mass population to rebel. That's what they're
like
all
everyone
worried
thinks.
about.
Oh, Trump pushed a lot of people. Could you imagine if Tate turned around and took this audience he's gathered on every platform and said, "I want
Fight back
to happen.
Yeah,
Take over this country or knock this company off its pedestal."
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Now,
I
don't-
a lot of
now,
influence.
I think that social media has reached its level now that whereas an influencer decides to do something for their own personal gain, I don't think it'll work out well for them.
No, because you're going to get people
'Cause
checking them.
The population is too lazy for that. They don't want to get off their ass to help you. We're already clicking and subscribing to your shit.
Yeah.
No, but remember this: as high as you go on your pedestal, there's going to be as many people wanting to tear you down, because it happens with everything, right?
And the faster you get up there, the faster you're coming down. It just always happens.
Well, yeah, because everyone loves a false story.
There's
Fall from grace.
Fall
They
from
love
grace.
that.
Yeah.
There's no easy life. There's no easy streak in life. You get the easy road, you're gonna get hit hard. That's what just happened.
What's funny is
I'm curious though for Logan though, because Logan came out. Now I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to listen to it when we get off.
But he's got the highs.
He has
and lows.
replied to CoffeeZilla. He dressed up as CoffeeZilla, which
okay.
tells me he's not taking any of this shit.
He's gonna
seriously.
mock the shit out of him.
He's
Yeah.
going to mock the shit out of it. I know
Yeah.
it when I saw the thumbnail, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to listen to this. This is supposed to be an apology for that whole investigation.
It's very good.
No,
Just
I
tell
can't
him
wait
off,
to hear it.
right?
But the suspenders and everything, like Logan Paul doesn't wear suspenders. What the fuck?
Something's gonna happen. Let us
Yeah.
know how it turns out. That'll be an interesting.
Oh, I recommend everyone subscribe to CoffeeZilla because it's
Yeah.
like I don't watch everything he does, but it's like, oh, just interesting segment, and they're high production values and well researched, and he'll interview people for sure. It's like it's not just a talking head. He's doing stuff we're not seeing networks do anymore. Don't get me wrong. There's absolutely editorializing. Is that right? Editorializing being done. A lot of his opinion, fine. He backs up his stuff with either some well thought out stuff or some facts to go with it, and he'll tell you where he's lifting this info from.
So Logan Paul's gonna self-criticize or make fun of the investigation on himself. So he's gonna analyze himself as CoffeeZilla.
That would be funny if he did, but he apparently apologized in a 5-minute video. I just haven't seen it.
Oh, you did?
Well, because it's not showing up properly in my feed, so I don't know where he did this apology. It should be right in my subs, and it's like, why is it not showing up there? But I see the thumbs everywhere.
You know what
else.
though? All the people linked to the whole crypto thing, like what was it? Tom Brady was in it. All the celebrities that were like, none of them are getting any blowback yet of any sort.
There's a difference when you're a guy who's
you're trying to be legit,
a face, or you've said, "Hey, I've bought this," and okay, there's one thing when you're doing that. Then you got someone like Logan Paul, who after his first crypto was a problem, he comes out and says, "I have this game, Crypto Zoo, and it's an NFT thing. And even if you don't know what NFTs are, here's the deal: you're gonna buy into this." And his sell was so, it wasn't even a hard sell because his membership loves him, right? His fans love him. And before it went live, he's telling people, this is a game. This isn't a cryptocurrency. It's a fun game where you're going to make money. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to buy in. We're going to give you pictures. I've paid $1 million for my artistic team to make up these beautiful photographs of animals and this and that. And you're going to buy into it. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to use our software or whatever. You're going to nurture those animals. And you're going to mate them and do whatever, and they're going to turn into these hybrid mutant looking things. And then if you sit on those long enough, you can make money, and then you could cash them out, put some money back in, and take some profit out.
Scam.
And he wasn't even going after the parents, like he's going after kids even. Like it almost sounded like Pokemon.
Did you hear about the thing with Pokemon then?
What?
No.
What was it?
Same thing.
Really?
The Pokemon Go. It's a cryptocurrency undercover bullshit, and they've got a new one now too, so you can transfer your Pokemon over to this other game that they have, but you can't transfer them back.
That's garbage.
So it's even more. They've been doing this with video games for a long time. It's like, buy this so that you can earn things, and then you have to buy the cool things you want, but you need to add real money.
Well, yeah, it's
to
like
buy
pay
our
to win,
coins.
right? Microtransactions and pay to win.
V-Bucks, COD coins, it's all cryptocurrency.
Well, that's why funny. My son's gone.
Those companies
are
Roblox out crazy off that shit.
Oh, of course they are. Once they went to online material, gamers have been bitching and complaining that
it's technically a beta cryptocurrency. They're making you purchase their currency, which is Kryptonic,
to get you used to it. Isn't that funny that they kind of primed the population?
They've been, right? That's what I mean. And they've been doing it
priming the population for it.
Kids. And the kids are forcing their parents to spend like $20 a month, where they only have to do it once. The kid could earn the rest of the game, but they just go, "Oh, I want more money. I need more."
$4,000 in FIFA content.
No way.
That's just disgusting.
The skins, the teams over the years, and so my daughter's into the Sims, right? And I buy all the add-on packs and stuff. Sims 4 DLC.
Yeah.
And I asked her the other day, I said, "No, you have your contact info for this, right? In case your computer ever goes tits up." Because we built that computer 6 or 8 years ago.
And then you can
she built it. Like, I bought the components, we sat down for 2 days, and she built it. But it's showing some of its age, And I'm going to get her a new machine in the next 6 months. And we'll probably build that one too. But we'll make it a gaming rig, And I said, but the other night was, EA's cheap sales. That's the only time we ever buy the content, the DLC. And there was two bundles. I said, okay, let's make 2 bundles, and might as well, it's 50% off or whatever. And I go, and I'm thinking back, like how many times I've sat in her chair with my credit card and I've ordered this content for her. And dude, we're probably between $300 and $600 easy just on the DLC for that game. And forget what I paid for that game originally. For Sims. Oh, she loves it. She's been building on it for years.
I mean, if it's something that you do and you enjoy, and how long? Like, how is it? 1 year you're talking about, or what?
Oh no, this is like
the entirety.
For as long as Sims 4 has been out, yeah. Like,
oh wow, but then that's well worth it. But like for Call of Duty or Fortnite,
but someday it's going to go poof, right? And this is all digital content that, when they stop supporting it, good luck.
Oh yeah, it's all going to be wasted money for sure.
Yeah,
there's no value in any of that after the fact. That's the crazy part.
half
Right.
these Xbox 360 games, I could turn them on and half them won't work now. The 60 might. I don't even know if the 60 works, but if it does,
Really?
great. But the games, well, because so many of the live servers were some of this, even if it
We're
was
done.
not a live game, some of them had certain stuff that was just so directly tied to the live servers.
So is that the problem with these new games then? Is it they're all online group?
Oh, every
play?
game is online now. Yeah, every single
Yeah.
game pretty much.
So it's
Stupid as
group
they
play,
are.
like the. Oh,
I mean,
that's
if there's single player campaigns, that's great, but some of them still have some components that are tied to the servers, and
the
once
game
they,
won't work.
once they retire a server,
That's
Yeah.
it, eh?
Call of Duty 2,
Done.
3.
Yeah.
If you want
All
to
of
play
those
Call of
guys?
Duty, Call of Duty
Oh,
3,
the Band
you
of
can
Brothers
still
games, yeah, those are done.
you can play if you have the mods for like PC or whatever. So you have to go to a modded server with a modded map. Otherwise, there's no server. There's no live multiplayer. You just have to make it yourself. But they still have like lobbies,
So
but there's no.
So you're gonna be able. You're only gonna be able to play the campaign games, and that's it. And then the rest.
and
of
even
play
some
with
of
a
those,
friend.
and even some
you
of
can
those.
go do it with
those?
a friend. You can play it with a friend. You can play multiplayer with a friend, but it has to be someone
Local.
in like a local or whatever you call it, not a.
I remember those days when we'd set up local servers at the school. Yeah.
Remember when
That's
that
all
was
you could
the
do.
only way before internet? When we would sit next to each
I
other.
still remember taking over. I still remember taking over our engineering department's computer rooms late night. We'd do internal servers. Oh, that was fun times. Like everybody was gaming. What was it? Doom and what was the other one? Oh, it was so much fun.
Quake after
Quake.
Doom.
Quake. That's
Yeah.
it. Quake. Yeah.
Descent. Although I don't know if anyone ever played that multiplayer.
Yeah,
But,
Quake was the one that everybody loved because it was nuts. We'd have like
So-
50 people just going crazy on a map.
So I just got the Fortnite skin for Doom, and the parachute is like one of those one-eyed fire-breathing monsters.
Oh god!
And you pull them out and you flip them around so that the wind catches his gaping mouth, and you float down like it was a parasailer.
Cool.
I'm like, how much money? Take it. Take all my money.
Take my money. Let's go. That's me and
Lucky
Rick when
for
we
me-
see new builds. Like, let's go.
Lucky
Take
for
it.
me, it was my birthday. Like a buddy of mine was like, "Play Fortnite for your birthday." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I'll buy you a skin." So I got it for my birthday.
Oh, that's okay. Shoot, man.
But yeah,
do you remember Wolfenstein 3D? That was even
Wolfenstein.
before Doom.
they made
Yeah,
a
that
new one
one-
of that, eh?
Yeah.
I haven't.
The very first
have
one.
It.
Me and my
I have
friends,
it,
we
but I haven't
edited
played
that,
it.
and we loved it. We did the O.J. Simpson thing, and it was bad because I turned some walls into like some photographs I lifted that from CompuServe back in the day, right? Lifted it from CompuServe GIFs and put those as the walls in the game. It was just so bad. We do it with that. That was my first experience modifying games, not cheating, but modifying a game to put
Make
our
it look
content
different.
into a game to make it look
Played
different.
the same. It just looked
It was
different.
so cool,
I agree. Could go
But
in
the Quake mods, that
revert
was
colors.
definitely next level stuff when people were modding Quake. It's like
My ultimate favorite thing to do would be like any game that I could change like it quickly, like that Doom or Wolfenstein. I would invert the color so they all look like neon triptych, and it would just be a pain in the ass on the eyes to play because everything white would be black.
That would hurt.
Everything
That
black
would hurt.
would be white. Everything would be like neon negative colors. It would be fun, but it would be a bitch, and you could not see the enemies for the life of you because it was just so bright. You're like,
someone did a Quake mod once that kind of looks like, if you remember Ghost Recon with the green when you put on the night vision. So they kind of did that where the whole game was dark and black, but it all looked like you were looking at it through night vision glasses, which is cool for 2 minutes. But if you ever play Ghost Recon, especially the dark maps, and you got that crap on, your eyes start bleeding looking at all that bright green for so long. It's very hard on the eyes.
Oh, Mama Lego's back out. She's online.
Hey, Eileen.
Hey, Eileen. Yes, we
Where you
did
been
miss
hiding?
You. Miss me, boys. Where's she been hiding?
We did miss you.
So, yeah, I'm sorry about this morning. The stream that I can't. I set up that stream. I put up my graphics.
Is this the one you canceled?
No, not this one. It was the
Well,
build.
what happened?
It was the build for the pickup truck.
Oh, you didn't do it. Yeah, what happened?
This morning. Okay, yeah.
Well, it's just I went to bed. I was literally went into the bedroom and realized, what am I doing? I can't set something up for 10 in the morning because regardless of when I want to walk, when I get home, my wife is working.
Yeah, you can do anything
while my wife's working. So it's like, oh well. And you know how hard it is for me to cancel a stream when I stream it to, like right now, 6 things: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. So 4 of those are easy. Twitter, Twitch, they just delete, no problem, because they're not made. Yeah. It's just scheduling on my end. They're not made. There's no link on those services. And my Facebook page and my YouTube, not a big deal. They delete easy. But the 1 to the 2 news groups, oh my God. Well, the software won't let you because of changing Facebook. They say, oh, you'll have to go to Facebook. I can't do it in StreamYards. Okay, so I go to Facebook, and then I got to go to the event because Facebook now makes an event every time I make a video, a live stream. So now I got to go in there and say cancel, but I want to delete it. Well, under cancel, there's a thing, and toggle that, and it's delete. I could do that for every mistake I make with timing. So, if I set a stream and I want to do it earlier, that's great. But if I want to push it back or cancel it, it's a nightmare. It is so that's what you're looking forward to, Kevin. You don't set a stream unless you really know you're going to commit, especially if you do it to a group and not to your own page. By the way, have you set up on Facebook a Hobby Hooligan page?
No, I've been avoiding that whole process because the reason my Facebook is like OK Hobbies or something is because my Kevin Creamer one got hacked beyond
but don't ignore Facebook. You should set up another one, and
I really should
before someone lifts your name.
Right. That's the only reason I haven't. But my Instagram is still under my original email and everything, so that's why it's so much easier not to link.
I would
to
still recommend,
like,
even in Instagram, I would recommend setting up a new one under Hobby Hooligan. You can still keep whatever you're working with. Get Hobby Hooligan on all the services.
The board.
Do everything,
I switched my
before
Twitch
someone lifts it on you, and then you decide when you.
I secured it on. I got it secured on YouTube, and I have it secured on Twitch. So.
Okay.
So the @hobby_hooligan, you have on those two connected.
Yeah.
But you don't have what's missing.
I don't have it on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, and you do know that YouTube has turned on. So now you can go YouTube /@Hobby Hooligan. And that is your link now on YouTube now.
Oh, yeah, I did that when I switched my name. That's
because
why
that's well, before it would be /C/Hobby Hooligan.
Yeah.
And now that works still. That's the old way, but now it's @Hobby Hooligan. As a short URL that you can. Well, it's not short.
Yeah, I remember when I went in to go change it from Kevin Creamer. It said that it said pick your thing now and lock it in for So I was like, oh, okay, so like that's locked in for me there.
Because it's definitely nicer to read that than either other gibberish or /C/ whatever in front of your name. Having the @ just looks. People are used to it now. It's 10 years of Instagram or whatever. Everyone's used to an @ sign or Twitter with an @ sign. It's become the default.
Yeah,
so Mama went shopping. What did you get, Mama? Tell us what you got. You neglected us for like 2 hours. What did you get?
Did you at least get some Lego?
She's not supposed to. She's supposed to start weaning off. That reminds me, dude. Where did my puzzle go?
Which one?
I still have at least one, right? I only did one. Yeah, I got this big spaceman flag one. The big blue one that's made up of all the little minifigures.
Yeah, you finished that one, didn't you? Oh, you didn't do that one?
Well, maybe you should knock that in before you pull the cars out.
No, cars gotta get done. I need it done. Well, it's how much the space the cars take up in these stupid packs.
Well, with the packages still attached.
Yeah. Once I open them up, they.
Oh, you haven't even opened some of them.
What are you gonna store them?
90%. That's the whole point of this stream. I'm gonna do New Year's Day.
Where are you gonna store them?
Every car I haven't opened, I'm gonna open.
How are you gonna store them after? You're gonna be
don't know.
Tote? Just throw them in a tote?
Don't know.
No idea.
You're not gonna buy any container special for that, are you?
I'm not spending any more money on them. See, they're too small. I was hoping.
I was gonna say, do you have Ziploc bags that would fit? Yeah.
Not those ones. That'd be too. That ain't gonna work. So that's the minifig bag, so that's no good.
I was about to say, what kind of dime bags are you holding out on everybody here?
Oh, dude. The problem is with Dollarama is look at that. Oh no, I've got
Those are just
remember all the breakdowns I was doing? I needed. I've got in different sizes, and
Can
forget
you
the big
imagine,
night Ziplocs.
Kevin? This guy gets pulled over one day. He's driving, and he's got these on the front seat, and the cop's like, what's this for? And he's like, action figures. Yeah,
What's
right.
an A&W bag, sir?
I wish I could get this one in half the size of Dollarama, because that would be perfect.
Ours had those.
Yeah.
Rick,
The square?
wouldn't you be able to heat seal
Yeah,
the
ours
bottom
had
half of
those.
that?
Yeah, but then I gotta get a sealer,
Oh yeah.
which I've been wanting to do anyway. But
Yeah.
actually, if I got a sealer, I could put 2 in there.
They're less than
Would Amazon-
$100 a bag
Yeah.
sealer. They're less than
Is it?
$100. Yeah.
As long as
I
your
don't wanna
plastic
spend that
doesn't
kind of
melt
money.
on it. Yeah.
I said
Yeah, there's
less
the other
than.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What about Amazon? Do they have custom sizes for that you could get? They pretty much
Probably.
have
Dude,
every size possible.
dude, tell your wife you need it, that she needs it. And then when she gets it for her needs, it disappears all the time.
Swipe.
No, the problem is I'm the Ziploc guy, even the bigger ones, right? And it's my stash that gets robbed.
That gets robbed. Yeah, I know.
It's like here I got the big freezer ones, and like
Do you know how many times
even
I
my
buy,
daughter knows where to go and to get Ziplocs.
Kevin? Do you know how many times I tell people if I buy like loose lots, and I'm like, please Ziploc that set before you do anything.
Oh,
Like,
when they're
throw-
shipping it to you.
If they're shipping it or moving it or I'm picking it up, I'm like,
Yeah.
please Ziploc that so that you don't lose any pieces. Today I picked up my stuff with a Glad garbage bag and a shopping bag, and I'm like, no, like no. Then you're
Or
just
like
like, oh,
a
there goes.
cardboard box, and it's just a
With the-
glue bottom, no tape
No,
on the bottom. You're
the
like,
bana-
oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God.
There's like there are pieces stuck in the
Bricks falling
corners.
out.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I was like, people, come on. What's
Yeah, I
this here?
picked up a Lego lot one time in an Apple box, and there was like bricks falling
Oh.
out to the car, and I'm like, oh, my girlfriend's like, do you want me to get those? I was like, please, they could be anything.
Dude, I've had this chess box sitting on the floor, right? And you know what?
Ooh.
When I was reaching for stuff earlier, I think some of my loose parts fell in. So I've been filling it full of plastic garbage of all the builds the last couple weeks.
And now you have to
Now
dump
I have to
all
dump
out.
it all out
You can save that
just
for
to
New
look and
Year's
see if
you
any
want.
Ziplocs accidentally fell in there.
We can start
So,
New Year's with that one if you want.
what do you mean?
Rummaging
Well, you got to
through
open
the
up all
trash.
those cars on New Year's. They said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you-
Yeah.
So why don't you empty out that box first on New Year's and be like, all
Well,
right,
tomorrow,
shove it all back in there.
tomorrow I finish the video on the chess.
Because that's tomorrow. So
We're gonna have to
And then
nickname
I'll-
you.
No, I need the chess pieces off the desk tomorrow. One
We're
way
gonna
or
have to
another.
call you a trash panda tomorrow if you start doing rummaging through the garbage.
Oh my goodness!
On stream.
The amount of cardboard and plastic I generate is crazy.
That plastic
Don't-
just from the cars it's gonna be insane. You're gonna have a garbage bag full of plastic, and then the paper at least you can recycle. Well, I guess
That's why I like throwing all the crap in here. I mean, it's been pretty good.
Mama says she would have gotten some Lego, but her son would disown her if she didn't get drawers.
Did she have room for drawers? I thought the last picture was like maxed out. The last.
Well, I'm getting to that point too. I got no room for like drawer compartments, and I'm looking. I bought a shelf today when I was out, and I don't have a spot for another shelf at all. I don't know what I'm doing.
Kev? Is that your room? Like, is that?
Yeah,
your
this is.
space?
I have a Lego room
There?
right next door to my room.
Okay.
But this is my room. Yeah.
It's like
But,
this is your.
we don't tend to
staging ground.
display much in the. Yeah, this is my display, like my bedroom. But in the Lego room, we play with the Lego. We don't display it because it'll just get not displayed. You know what I
Not
mean? Like
used.
the kids will tear it apart.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of
yeah.
hard to display. We do have a display shelf in there, but it's mostly for building. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this shelf. Like, I don't even have a wall in there I can put it on. But I was like,
Uh-oh.
this shelf is half price. And I guess I need it because it's half price and I haven't bought anything yet today.
One of my friends, he's probably got a collection that rivals mine. He builds stuff in less than a week. He has to break it down because he's only got
Yeah.
like, okay.
That's-
So what I showed you for the cars is
Yeah.
what he has, period.
Oh, so you just only display one at a time.
Space.
But
Yeah,
ultimately,
so you can only have a few
what's
together.
more fun, building it or displaying it? What's more fun for some people, right?
I can't decide until it's built.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if I'm displaying it, if I'm displaying it, I still play with it. I take it down and I'll do stuff to it and change stuff and then put it back. So it still technically gets played. But if it goes in the Lego room where the kids are always got access, then it doesn't get rebuilt. It just gets destroyed. which is fine. I'm okay with that because we keep the Lego separate from the Mega Blocks and whatever else. But yeah, sometimes I like to work on things. I just started putting stuff in my room like 2 months ago. So it's like a bunch of empty shelves of one there and one there. But I got my stunt racers up beside my bed on like just a stand-up little tiny skinny shelf. I have a short of it.
Is that getting popular, Kevin? The stunt racers, the little
I was
wind-up guy?
hoping it wouldn't, but I guess it is.
It
like,
is.
They're
Oh,
everywhere.
Dude,
and
you
they
know the
keep
big set with the truck
making
Yeah.
more.
was
Yeah.
half price at Walmart.
My
Some of the
Walmart did
stores
not.
has
It's
it
$50. Yeah.
Yeah,
$56 or whatever.
the
Boxing
one
Day
with
sale.
the big yellow truck or whatever it is. Yeah,
Is that the one with the spiral?
$109 normally? It's like $55 right now.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good for that.
But yeah, mostly I just prefer to display the figures because you could take them down and put them back up whenever you want.
Yeah. Because it seems
Like
like
I
the
got-
little motorcycles are unique, right?
Can't see. Oh yeah, some of them are. I got them right handy here. Some of them are actually fairly unique, but they have already started repeating them. So you got this is like my newest one I got for Christmas. There, it's like a hog with a saddlebag print of a wolf.
Oh, it's like a Harley.
all the
Yeah.
but it's all the same chassis.
Yeah.
With the zoom effect. Of course, there's like you've probably seen the sport bike ones and the dirt bike ones because of Ninjago, but here's a dirt bike one, right? So Ninjago
nice.
basically just a dirt bike version, but they've made it so it goes on there. And then
So what motor? What motor is that? Like the faster you pull it, the more it'll go. Like the.
I don't know if you can hear it, but
Oh,
So
interesting.
is it a metal
It's the old
weight in
school.
there?
Yeah, it must be a weight in there. Yeah.
so that's even just a small spin, right?
Wow. So Lego's
It go-
incorporating something other than Lego in their
It's
stuff.
it's that old zoom effect.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the metal
So-
little weight in there. Yeah.
The two little metal pieces, but it's all so encased. Like
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
take it. I think on that has a screw, so you could take it apart to fix it or whatever. But the trick is not to zoom the hell out of it and then stop the wheel because you'll probably strip the gear out of it that actually runs it. There's a fine tooth gear if you see right
Okay.
there.
Okay.
But yeah, just like the old toys we used to have, not pullback, but the zoomies.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
I used
Yeah.
to love that shit.
Yeah.
Because you can zoom it, and then you can like set it to do a wheelie, and then it'll just wheelie up.
It'll do the wheelie off. It'll balance.
It'll hit
Cool.
the jump. Oh yeah.
Well, we used to
But,
put like pennies on the back of stuff, so we lean back.
The
Here's,
little spring motors.
This one's not even a bike. It's just a same chassis, but they've got the tub on it,
The
right?
bathtub. Oh,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
awesome.
And it's supposed to have a
That's
scuba
awesome.
diver in it. But I took the chicken guy and put the chicken guy in it. It's supposed to have a scuba diver, and I was like, a scuba diver? No,
What
we
you
need
got
a
to do
chicken.
is, dude, no. So you got the little rubber ducky on the front, right? Okay, get rid of the bird figure. Get yourself an Ernie figure.
The Ernie, yes, that'd be hilarious. Is there?
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
Does he have one? That'd be even funnier.
I
Come
don't
on.
have Ernie. I wish I did. But here's the bike that chicken guy actually came on. This is actually my favorite bike out of all of them.
Just a
It's
regular
got
looking.
splatted egg for the headlight.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's just
Oh
just
my
a regular looking enduro bike. Yeah, I think that's the best looking one.
Oh, Enduro.
Double-
I like the
double
fact you said
pipe one.
Enduro. Remember that
Well, 'cause it's
game?
got-
Nintendo Enduro.
Yeah. Do you remember Excite Bike?
Oh, sorry. Excite Bike. Excite Bike
That's
is what
the
I was
one?
thinking of. That's the one.
I still play that on
Enduro
my
was
emulator.
on what system? I can't remember. But
That guy
Nintendo
did.
was
That
Excite
is-
Bike.
Yeah, I like the bikes.
Man, that
used
was the
to
first
love
game.
dirt
I think you
bikes
could
growing
make you can make your own kind of games. Like you can make your own track, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the first
Yep.
game you could do that
up. They
with.
had it for Game Boy too, and it was so fun.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah,
I
for
can't-
Game
I-
Boy, you weren't on a track with 4 lanes. You were just a time trials, and you had to go like up and then catch
Oh.
the next, and then you had to go around a loop and then catch the next one at the right speed. And sometimes you had
Okay.
to use that back pressure to land the right way. Oh,
Yeah.
for Game Boy, yeah, I used to
Oh,
love
I
Game
love
Boy.
Excite Bike. That game was the shit.
Excite Bike was so much fun. Just the noise of it.
Oh, yeah. If I
Very
started
cool.
running an emulator with that right now, I'd drive the wife crazy.
Okay, well, you can get it for your phone. I
Oh,
Really?
Uh-oh.
no!
have
Another
it on my
one?
tablet. emulator. Yeah, I got it on my tablet.
Hold on, Kev. We got another.
No.
New-
My wife is watching The Circle.
Oh,
If you watch it on Netflix, the show The Circle, like
I'm
it's
watching
great.
Violent Night. I'm gonna watch Violent.
Are you
Night.
watch? How are you watching it?
I think we're gonna watch it on Prime,
got-
I believe, or Disney, whatever it's on.
Wait. Violent Night's on Prime.
Yeah, I know it is. It has to be. It's on something.
I think it's on something other than Prime.
Well, I don't know.
Hey, if you can find it, great.
Oh,
I just saw the movie poster in the theater of it still.
It was supposed to have come out December 3rd, and yeah, I drove by it today too as well. That's why I was like, we have to watch that tonight.
Yeah,
I got to see it though. It looks. So
I mean,
good.
because I walk up the steps to the theater because it's one of the places in Yorkdale. It's got some steps. So when I do my walking loops, I do there's a lot of steps, like 80 steps. It's a lot of steps. Good for your cardio, up and down. But when I get to the top, I look at the 8 movie posters, and it's like Violent Night, Avatar. I can't sit 3 hours in a theater. Can't do it anymore.
yeah, you can rent it on Prime.
I will wait.
Okay. See, I was just trying to think in my head. I don't really watch much else other than YouTube and Prime.
Wow.
So I had to see it at one of those 2 spots.
Yeah, so the advertisement's on Prime to watch it, but it's a rental. You have to.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll
How
do
expensive?
Yeah. $25.
Oh, I don't want to pay 25.
Yeah.
I want to pay. I can pay $7. I can swallow that. Hey, I was happy the Top Gun movie is finally free on.
Yeah, is it on Disney or what? Netflix?
No. Paramount Plus.
Oh, Paramount
Which
Plus.
I still have, and I have that through Prime. So.
Yeah.
Would Crunchyroll have something like that? Would Crunchyroll have a new movie?
New, no.
Oh, okay.
But in a little bit. Dude, I haven't thought about Crunchyroll in a while. Does Sony still have that?
Yeah.
Sony.
My roommate and his brother, they still use it.
They live on that. Okay. Wait, dude, forget Crunchyroll. YouTube has plenty of free movies, and a lot of them are better than you think.
That's true.
VXX or something is the name. And they never get taken down. It's not like these are weird uploaded pirate.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's some deal has been done, and a lot of interesting movies, and I'll watch them once in a while, and I'll dig out the links out of my subscriptions. I'll post them somewhere so you guys, because they're not cool. They're not bad sometimes, and you'll be surprised which actors' careers had to sink a little to do movies that end up on this. Like, they're not A movies, they're B movies, but some of them.
I used to like some of those better.
Well, yeah, it's like, hey, in the 80s we watched Carol Cole and that, like all the Schwarzenegger and Stallone and Van Damme level kind of movies. There was a lot of this stuff, right?
That's what I wanted to say earlier. Van Damme, what's he doing now? What was his last film?
C level movies where he works for 2 weeks and he gets a big paycheck, and sometimes they show up. They never go to the theater.
Stallone came back, Schwarzenegger came back, but Van Damme didn't do a comeback one? What did he do?
No, because he always, what was it? That was in Expendables was his last big.
He was a bad guy, and
that was his big.
That was it.
That was
theater, his big theater thing. But he's done stuff since, including a TV series. The TV series, I don't know if you can find it. You have to look through his biography on IMDb or something.
Really?
It was a series, 1 year. I don't know if it was on Netflix or something.
I know.
Here's the best part.
I got the name.
So this series took the angle of, if you look at his career as an actor, these were all secret agent assignments.
Okay.
So all these locations he did in the movies is him doing agency stuff.
Being a secret agent.
And he's been kind of called back in, so he's doing more of it now. And yeah, there was
that, and they made that a series.
There was some sort of short series. It was on a year or two ago.
That sounds interesting.
So now you got something to look up.
So
that's a real thing. I didn't imagine that.
He put out. Hey, Rick, Kevin, he put out a Netflix movie called The Last Mercenary. It was last summer. Yeah. Okay. So that was the last movie he did. So he's doing just direct to video stuff, right?
And one of those movies he did was he was up here in Canada. He bounced between Michigan and Canada, and his role, he was a renegade Quebec RCMP who's now a hitman speaking his French.
Because he's French, right?
One of the few movies you see how small he is.
He is.
Oh yeah, he's short stuff. Yeah.
And you realize he's a tiny man.
Yeah.
Usually they shoot around that and they shoot up and everything's big.
Yeah.
But when you see him with every other actor in that show, that movie I watched, and it was a great
So-
premise. There was this little island with a little kind of forest ranger type guy who protects this little touristy island that has no one on it most of the time. But then a plane is crashed nearby, and then somehow these terrorists come to get whatever was in that plane. And Van Damme is one of the bad guys. And Van Damme is hilarious in this role. This is not classic kung fu, Street Fighter shit, but this is just crazy Joker / mercenary shit. And
So
you make
this
French accent, and it's just hilarious.
I found
Honestly,
good,
I think it's his
actually.
best work. I thought it was hilarious.
the
sounds good.
Van
I
Damme
used to love-
series you're talking about, I found it. It's
Which one?
Van Damme Van Johnson. That series.
Yeah,
that we're talking about.
that's it.
Six.
That was the multi-part 6?
Yeah, six episodes. Yeah, and he's got all these different roles and stuff in each one.
Does it say what it was on? It must have been Netflix.
It's on Prime Video. Prime.
Was it Prime?
Prime. Yeah.
Watch it.
So you
Watch
can
it.
still
I
watch
can
it.
watch it. Yeah.
You gotta watch it. It
Good,
is
I will.
something else.
Season 1 included. So I guess you only did one season, or is there more than?
I don't think there was more than one. If
Because
there
my-
was, I'll look for it. But I
We
don't
grew up. My dad was a huge action flick fan, and it was like every Van Damme movie that came out, like the Rocky movies, the bookcase of sequels that they had for Rocky.
Van Damme
All-
was the reason
all
I
of
even had a Blockbuster membership,
Yeah.
because he was
That's
pumping
okay.
out 3 movies a year, and it was
Yeah.
like I gotta go see what he's doing.
And if it wasn't him, it was something
between
with
him and
Patrick
Schwarzenegger,
Swayze in it, or-
they were doing Swayze some, but
my dad just liked all that shit.
between the action guys and Caracol Productions, which by the way, those 2 Iranian guys ripped off everyone who ever worked with them. But all those great movies we got,
Mhm.
I tell you, it was
One of his most memorable roles was Street Fighter, though. When he did Street Fighter, the movie.
I just
Right?
saw
The live
by the way,
action.
hey, tell me something. The action figures. I just saw this on one of my toy hunt shows. One of my wrestlers, Ethan Page, he does toy hunts every week, right? And he was going around, look at the Street Fighter toys. He's holding up this blister pack. And then he ran a commercial clip. The commercial clip, first the figures look like G.I. Joes, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 vehicles they show, they gotta be repainted G.I. Joe vehicles. They gotta be.
Okay.
Does one look like a Cobra Hiss kind of tank looking thing? Almost.
Really?
Okay.
And one looked like the Jeep.
They've done it to us with Masters and they've done it. Yes, any figures that had the same size when they changed toy line, they just repurposed a lot of
Repurposed
it.
it, eh?
Yeah,
so, but
sometimes
was it
it's like
were
they
the
would
Street Fighter
remake for
figures
G.I.
from
Joe.
Hasbro? Were they Hasbro figures?
Yes,
Oh, they were.
100%. And also,
Because they look too
because
damn similar to not be.
another thing is like sometimes they would make something for a toy line that didn't quite take off, so
Sure.
only a few select people know that was said G.I. Joe. So when they got scrapped and new toy line, new toy, they just paint it yellow. No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knew.
Oh, no, I love
From
reusing
Masters to G.I. Joe.
assets and molds and stuff. Go for it.
Yeah. They for sure
But
would
now
have
that I
reused
know
them all.
about these Street Fighter figures, now I want them.
Oh,
I
Uh-oh.
want the
see, now that you
figures,
say that, I might actually have some of those in my
but it's like,
wherever I have that crap.
and it kills
But I
me because
wouldn't-
you
I
got a
wouldn't have
toy
noticed.
show near you, Dan, in like a week
Yep.
or 2, and it's like,
Yeah.
but you know
On
what?
a
It's
Sunday.
on the 8th, and I am back at work on that.
On the 8th on
Oh,
Sunday? Yeah.
That Sunday, I'm back at work, and it's like, oh man, and I hate it because even if I could leave work at 12 if I wanted to, but it's like if I did that, it would be closing.
You wouldn't get
by
there
the
in
time I got
time.
there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't get
you
there
wouldn't
in
get there in
time.
time.
It's like,
No, you have to-
I think it's open till 3, I think, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
3.
You need
And
to
it's
go to
like-
the toy fair and then go to work. So do you have a dentist appointment or doctor's appointment in the
on
morning?
a
that you
Sunday.
could-
Yeah,
And
On
then
a
somebody's
Sunday?
watching
That's
on
it.
YouTube.
that's the only way.
I
it would
can't
work.
help you with that.
But the show only opens at like 10 in the
Can
morning
you-
or 10.
can
No,
you have
it's
a fall
9:30.
down the-
9:30.
My shift starts at 6, so it's like
Can
I'm
you
going to
hurt
lose a
your
day
leg
if I
or
were to do
something?
that. I really don't want to lose a day.
No, you got
I
to go
need
back.
to rack
to
up
work.
days. I don't need to lose any days.
But
Do
listen,
you have
I'll go, Rick. I'll take a look, and if I see something like that, I'll send you messages just to see if it's
That'd
what
be
you're
cool.
looking for.
Problem
so
is,
it's
I
like-
won't see it until 10:30 or 2:30. That's the problem.
So your break time? Yeah, no phones, right?
Unless there's no phones,
No phones.
and I adhere to the rules. I enforce the rules, so it's like
And
But
you're
now,
the
that,
first.
now that I've seen them, it's like it's funny how you didn't know you want something until you see it. It's like, I want one. Hey, I'm still trying to search for the Zartan. That's the only G.I. Joe thing I give a shit about. I want Zartan.
Yeah.
You want the older one though, eh? You want like the
Original Hasbro,
Yeah.
3.5 inch, whatever.
Yeah.
With the green chameleon sled thing, and ideally in box, and that's going to kill me because I've seen it only once, and it was brutal. Now I've seen a 6-inch figure that looks beautiful, but I don't want a 6-inch figure because that's not what I had when I was a kid.
Right.
I don't want better. I want what I had.
I know. Like, yeah, I'm glad they have that. If they had that when I was that age, I'd want that now. But I didn't.
Sure.
They didn't. So I want what I had.
Yeah.
That's the same way I feel too.
Well, it's like even with that He-Man figure that I bought to put on the Battle Cat brick set. Now it is in the style of the old He-Mans, but it's better, right? Better joints, better everything. But I was searching for a beat-up used He-Man figure to go on that. But it's like, okay, I couldn't. In the end, I just ordered that new one, and it looks good. It looks great. But I would still have preferred an original 1983-ish He-Man.
Well, it's just like I almost bought today Megatron's partner in battle there, the Optimus Optimal or whatever, the monkey one from the Beast Wars. And I was like, oh, I don't have this one, but you know what I do have? I have the one that launched when I was a child. This is the retro throwback or whatever they're trying to do, because they were a-holes and they didn't produce the toys we wanted at that time for whatever reason. They produced the next line instead. So I have the trans metal version of the Optimus, but I was like, so hard to turn it down when I saw it. I was like, I don't need it because I got one, but fuck, I wish I had that when I was younger. Oh, so mad.
Yeah. Have you watched any of T-Fan's Transformers stuff? Brian's stuff?
No.
T-Fan.
No, I've been meaning to actually.
So
I believe
T-Fan 01. He pops up in some of my chats, right?
I believe I subbed to him, yeah. But I just
gotta watch his stuff. Well, for one thing, like his shelves behind him are like 24 inches deep of just open figures, open Transformers, open everything that he's into. I mean, because he opens everything, and his collection just. I don't know anyone who's got more Transformers than like he's.
I've got only like 2 things unopened that isn't Lego, because Lego it will get opened. But 2 things I haven't opened yet.
What you got?
I have to knock down some hats first.
Oh, cool. The old X-Men. Yeah. Nice.
Let's see. All right. Oh, Dazzler. Look at
there
that.
There we go.
An original looking Dazzler. I like that. Oh, and a Silver Surfer?
Mm-hmm.
No. Silver Surfer?
No, wait. Iceman. It's the Iceman.
Oh, Iceman. It looks like Silver Surfer to me here.
They did. That's what. They did make it look like Silver Surfer, but it's supposed to be Iceman.
Okay.
What was the only one?
I know exactly where these.
That Dazzler. That's pretty cool.
I know. I love Dazzler. Well, I did when I was into. I have a pile of comics too, but most of my toys I pull them out and play with them. Like, well, I showed you my. But I don't think this guy needs to stay in a card either.
Oh, nice Black Series.
But I don't collect these. But I saw him at the treasure hunt, and I was like, yeah, $12-$20. How much can he be? He looks pretty badass. I think.
Actually, I wanted to ask someone who does collect these things.
So Bad Batch, eh? Was there only one of these guys?
I'm seeing now that newer ones seem to be carded and not in box now.
Yeah.
Is that true?
This one was in like one of those boxes, yeah.
Okay, that was in a box, but I'm seeing new ones that say Black Series, but they're on a card. Same size, same detail. And I'm hoping that's not where it's going, because it was kind of cool having them look different. But I get why they put them on the card. A, it's cheaper, and B, there's a nostalgia look, even though they're big.
Yeah, I always like the carded look. I don't know, Wrecker. I thought he looked badass, so I grabbed him the one day. Oh, I guess if I pull down his gun, you can see his face as like some kind of.
They really need to make a Bad Batch TV show, like live action, even if it's a one-off.
Yeah.
Make it a Star Wars story.
or throw them in one of those episodes, like in an episode on something. Just have them like in the background, messing shit
Dude,
up.
people would, they'd lose their shit if they saw it. Because the guys are going to sit there slow. Hey, that looks familiar.
Oh, we already do that. That's
Yeah.
why I can't watch a lot of that Star Wars stuff, because I'm one of those people. I'll be like, rewind that, go over here and look at this one. I'll be like,
Well,
yeah,
I remember
I'm bad for
the
that.
first time I saw
Easter egg shit.
BD1,
Mhm.
when I saw it in the Mando, little guy running around the bay.
Oh,
I
the
know
white
that
one?
robot. Yeah, the white one. I go, I know that. I've seen that in a video game.
Yeah.
And then when I go on Alley and I say, hey, someone made a brick set of this. And of course, Lego makes, someone asked me today, hey, what's the big deal? This and that, Lego makes it. I go, yeah. Lego makes it now. When I built it, this was something Lego hadn't even leaked yet.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying the one I built was great, because there was definitely problems with that thing, but it's so cool to have something in my cabinet that doesn't look like everyone else's,
Mhm.
and that's why I like building some of those sets.
Mhm.
I still got to build that. Actually, I'm waiting for, I got to find what happened. A Chinese manufacturer who makes light kits, they reached out to me. They said, pick 2 sets. We'll send you lights for them. That was one of them. I figured, how cool would the new Lego set be for that droid if I could have it light up? That was September-ish.
How do those lights?
I don't know what happened to that.
For how thin are these wires that go in?
Oh,
between?
dude, they are
How does it
so
work?
bloody thin.
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems I had with the remember the lighthouse in the water thing with the Kraken or whatever? They're so thin, if you're not careful, you break the wires.
You're
Just
done.
the wire itself,
very
or-
thin, solid core, single strand wire.
Ooh.
A lot of them. Because they're small enough that you can press them between bricks and kind of get away with it. But if you're doing something that really needs precision placement of bricks and you start running that through, your bricks never line up 100%.
Yeah, you're gonna have that little bit off. Yeah,
a little bit off.
because I've seen the light.
Strategically, you try and put it in places where it'll work or make sense or not affect your build.
Okay.
But
Or
especially when
give it a
these guys
little
do it.
pocket.
But when you get a brick set where a guy has built it into the design, then it works much better. But that's usually not the case. It's always an afterthought. It's a plug-in.
Mhm.
I mean, the Kraken set was still pretty good because at least they thought about where they're running all those lines. But in the end, all the hoops I had to jump through to make the lights work. And then once I got them all working,
They weren't bright enough or something, wasn't it? The battery they gave you is junk or something.
Well, if you do everything properly and if you make sure there's no shorts, and that was the hardest part. Once I had everything so nothing was getting pinched, their battery box with the batteries that they tell you to use wasn't quite enough to light it reliably, because there was a circuit board that does a chaser light. It would light up the chaser but not spin it. The only way I could make it all work was to feed it an anchor battery pack. Not that it was drawing a lot more power, but it supplied just enough so everything would work no problem. And that's what I had to put in my video. It's like, and in the end, I broke it because the very next you did, when you're placing the ship on that set all the time, on and off, there's 2 pins that stick out the bottom. They barely make contact. And if you breathe on it, it would not work. And then the ship doesn't light up because it had lights on the ship. So I kept bending the pins. Well, you bend the pins too far, and then I snap one. Say, shit. Thank God I got all the footage I need. I just got to get the soldering iron, flip it over, go tap, and it'll be good again. Or use a soldering pen. That would kind of cheat it and make it work too. Just keep gooping it on in one spot. But yeah. Actually, that's probably the next thing I break down. I was looking at it, that and that ship in a bottle set that Chinese company sent me, Edusera or whatever. They're probably going to get broken down soon. The first ones in the new year, I think I'll break down. Just tired of looking at them because they don't fit into anything I've got on display now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my cars, I got Star Wars stuff, I got my Chinese stuff, and then my wife's Christmas stuff and all of her craziness. And it's like, I'm looking at those 2 Chinese sets, like, okay, they light up, but I don't light them up. I don't necessarily like to look at them. Time for them to go.
Yeah.
And that's one reason I bought all the storage. Like, I brought a whole bunch of new storage bins with those red tops. By the way, Home Depot's going cheap on them. they all look cheap on the top, but all the flashing's still on them, eh? Like the lids.
Off
are
to
just-
bed, Mama. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
like-
Take it easy, Eileen. Actually, she's got the right idea, dude. It's almost.
Oh yeah, it's late too.
Yeah, it's getting late there.
Rick, what are you talking about? That the plastic bins are not they're not finished nice.
The
rough.
the red interlocking.
Oh
lids
yeah. Those
on
ones are always
Oh.
good.
liter totes,
Yeah.
right?
They're
They
cheap. Yeah.
the ones right now. I went through 60 bins, hoping I was going to get ones with better lids. They all have a little bit of that cheap flashing that's not trimmed off cleanly. It's like, guys, you're taking shortcuts.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Cheaper
It's
the
not-
better.
I don't even think I care now. Everything I bought, I make sure it closes.
Yeah.
I got burned on one.
Now-
One.
Question: is the stacking them too heavy for those lids? Do you see them drooping, or it doesn't matter?
With the bricks when they're broken down,
Yeah.
and the density when I would have them all Ziploc City. If you do them 4 high, your bottom one definitely gets dimpled down a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
3,
It's the
and I do
cheap
have them
quality.
all in storage. I have is 4. I
Yeah.
tried 5 and I take the 5th one off. Like it's too much. 4 is fine,
much.
but what I do is I don't fill them to the top. I leave an inch or two because I don't want pressure on top of bricks.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Crap,
have
yeah.
a gap and have it dimple down than have it push down on top of bricks and break something. So if I were to pack it better, or even the books, and I thought about, I'll put all the manuals more, closer to. It's like, nah, I'll leave an inch or two. I don't want the bricks having any downward pressure put on.
Yeah. It's a good
not worth
idea.
it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what canopy pieces might be in a particular tote.
Mhm.
It's like something expensive, maybe. All right, let's shut her down. I've had
All
fun.
right, boys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good weekend. If we don't talk to you before New Year's,
Yeah, absolutely. Happy New Year's.
Happy New
Oh,
Year's.
yeah.
I'm sure we'll all touch base online at some point.
Definitely.
I'll be doing 2 or 3 streams tomorrow.
Tomorrow you're gonna be
Maybe-
doing builds tomorrow.
Builds for sure.
All day? Nice.
Maybe even a midnight stream because I'm probably
Nice.
going to want to get in on that Blocktron set if that's a possibility at midnight.
Mhm.
Or I'll just tackle it New Year's Day and order something to get it. I don't want to miss out on it. So I know some people are going to be chasing it a lot. Only those who like the classic space Lego. And I have no idea how many of these are out there.
And the only difference is what, that the ships and the stuff is not the blue, it's the black color. Or
It's the black.
is
It's the black
black
theme,
version?
which I was never a fan of. But hey, any classic space that they want to bring back in any way,
It's gonna come back.
Like
and-
I'll admit, because growing up, that was pretty much all I could get for Lego at that time was whatever theme was right then and there, and it was only, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the cars
Yeah.
were like four pieces. There's 2 wheels and the thing and a steering wheel. And the guy sat there with the windshield.
1
over.
2x6, 2 sets of wheels,
Like-
1 antenna,
I
1
guess it's a
control panel.
rover. Like I guess it's
Yeah.
a moon lander. Mtron, get
Yeah.
your game up. Then they just redo that in another brand.
So
It's black
what's the
contrast.
nostalgic pull now to get this that you didn't like when you were a kid? Right?
Oh, you got to get it because it's like the things I could build with it now that I didn't think of building
Yeah.
when I was that. And the windshield and that.
It's like now.
And now that I don't have it, and now I can get it again, and I got the money, and not my parents, I don't have to cry about it.
Yeah, that's what we call the adult money.
But
Hey, remember these conversations? I promise I'll be good.
please, Daddy,
This one.
please, I'll clean my room. You already cleaned your room. Damn it!
I'll clean your room.
I'll clean your room. But no, I got thinking too, like with those nostalgic sets, I should always be looking at like what do they got there for parts? Is there any new bricks there? I bet you I got that. I bet you.
Well,
I
if
got
you, which, so VW Bricks,
Like,
he comes
I
into
could
my chat
build
once in a
that.
while. His Wednesday night streams, one of the things they like to do is they look at new sets. And he goes to a couple different resources that I'll tell you what's the new parts for a set. And sometimes it's virtually none.
that. Right?
And then he'll tell you, hey, you can get all these parts and you can make that.
From this,
And you can
where
make
they're
it for
spending
30,
that.
40 bucks, 50 bucks. If you're willing to jump through the few hoops and do it, and that's fine. It's not a bad way to
Like-
go.
Like
I
that
want the
slave
box
ship,
set.
that slave ship you just picked up as well as I did.
Yeah.
Is there anything I could not tell you anything in there that's significant other than the figure. I should
I
have just
can't
built
see
that.
anything
I
in
should have
here
just
that
built-
might be unique. Unless there's a color, I can't see anything in there being unique.
I should have
This
just
all
built
looks
it
pretty
out of my
standard.
bricks because I probably have bricks that would resemble that close enough. but I didn't.
Well, you could
Because I
build the Django one. Go look up the color scheme for the Django slave and see if you can build that one. Use your instructions. Yeah. But in any color scheme, this thing looks cool.
Yeah, I'm right.
There was a book that was written, and for whatever reason, Boba Fett's ship was done in like a stealth black, whatever garbage color it was. In the book, it seemed to sound cool.
Oh, like a comic book or a storyline?
It was a novel by
Okay.
I can't remember the company.
That would actually
like $100.
If that's a thing, I can look that up. I'll build a black one.
Yeah, something like that.
That would be epic. Make it Blacktron. Make people wet.
Blacktron slave one. That'd be cool. All right. I'm closing it
boys.
down, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm sure I'm doing something.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
night.
having me.
Take care. Thanks
Peace.
again.
Oh, and keep an eye out for the Hot Wheels stream whenever I do it.
Absolutely, I'll be there.
All right. Take it a piece. Let's try this again. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.